Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Rutgers Scarlet Knights full season Dynasty here on College Football 26. This is year number 3 of the Dynasty, and we are finally making this Rutgers team a household name. We're actually making them competitive and compete for meaningful things, meaningful bowl games, college football playoff appearances, big time recruits. This Rutgers team is competitive now here in year number 3. I don't know if we're going to win a championship this year. I doubt it, but anything can happen. You never know in the world of college football, and I do think that Rutgers has deserved that S. I had been trying to not call them Rutgers with an S, just Rutger, because I felt like the program didn't deserve the S. You play that bad for so long, you don't deserve the S. So you're just Rutger. But I feel like we've brought them out of obscurity and they've gotten good enough to deserve the S. So we will be referring to them as their proper name, Rutgers. And this Rutgers team is number 13 in the country to start the year. I think there could be big things ahead for us as long as we can play well in the Big Ten Conference. I think there could be big plans for this Rutgers team into the new year. So if we go to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club. Remember, I am on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to be a part of that and help me get there, hit that subscribe button, join the Juice Club. It would really mean a lot to me. I would really appreciate it. But let's get into Rutgers season 3 and figure out if this team is legit or not. So here we are, week 1 of the 2027 season, year number 3 of Rutgers football. Our schedule headed into the year, we got a few easy ones. We got Akron, Boston College, Kennesaw State. Then we get into Big Ten play. I'm not sure how this schedule is going to play out. I mean, Indiana may not be that difficult of a team. Michigan State, probably not that difficult. Northwestern, same deal. Washington, who knows what they are. They are now 3 years into it. Then we get the bye week. And then once we get out of the bye is when the meat of the schedule hits. We got the Cheaters, Nebraska, and currently number 5 ranked Ohio State. Who knows if they'll be number 5 or higher or possibly lower by the time we get to play them in week 11. But then a couple of slightly easier ones, UCLA, and then our rivalry game against Maryland. So it's a favorable schedule. We'll see how it plays out, obviously. This, if you have forgotten, is what our roster looks like headed into year number 3. We've got KJ Duff still, and we moved him to tight end because he's 6'6", 229. I feel like that's a lethal tight end. And with 87 speed, 90 excel, because he's a former wide receiver, I think he could be a fantastic tight end for us. Dorian Fleming's also here. We are very familiar with him from South Carolina Dynasty here on the channel, so we know a lot about Dorian Fleming, and we know how good he is, but 3 senior tight ends. It's going to be a thin position next year. At the quarterback position, we have Brad Jackson, who we brought in the transfer portal, along with AJ Shiras. We also have Ashenfelder, so a few of the original faces from this team in year 1 are still here. We did bring in Dion Hodges a couple of years ago in recruiting, the first recruiting class, and then this past year we got Bryce Kropog. But both of them have normal dev. Who knows how they're going to develop? I don't know. We're going to rock with Brad Jackson as our quarterback for this year. He's got good enough throw power. His accuracies are good. We could rock with AJ Surace if things aren't going the right way because he's got slightly better accuracies. But we'll see how it plays out. I like Brad Jackson. He's got more speed than AJ does, which is why I like him a little bit more. Ashenfelder, he started in year number 1, and I didn't hate him. I think he was a good player for us, so he could also be in the mix. It's a weird position right now here in Scarlet Knight territory. We don't really have a guaranteed starting quarterback, like a solidified you're the guy type of player. At running back, we bring in Jaden Baugh. in the transfer portal. I really like him. He's a great running back, but we only have 1 year with him. So we're going to try to keep developing Terrell Mitchell, who's been here since the beginning. Brian DeMarco, we brought in this year in recruiting. We're not going to put a red shirt on him because I think he's got the potential to be a fantastic running back for us. He's also got star dev. And then Cam Ringo, who we brought in 2 years ago, also a great running back. And then Draper was just this past year as well. So I like our running back room, but with Baugh only having 1 season, we're definitely going to have to get these 2 guys involved and hopefully see some good development from them. At the wide receiver position, with KJ Duff moving to tight end, that makes Scrap Richardson the #1 receiver, with Michael Thomas III backing him up. Iverson Hooks, Eugene Hilton Jr., T.Y.'s kid, is playing probably the slot for us this year. I like him. Stephen Murray's also here, Jordan Houston, Vernon Allen, and then Matthew Flanagan, who's got really good speed, but he's a very low overall, so he's going to take the red shirt this year. But it's a good wide receiver room. It's a good mix of speed. I like it. I think we can have a good run at wide receiver this year. Tight end we already took a look at. We got KJ Duff and Fleming. I really like that option. On the offensive line, here's where it's going to get a little interesting because we've got Marquez Easley. We've got Moei. I don't know. And then Ryan Bloom, along with Kamen Smith and Raynor Andrews. But what was that? 4 out of the 5 offensive linemen are seniors? Yeah, 4 out of 5 offensive linemen are seniors, and Marquise Easley is a junior redshirt, so he's basically a senior academically. It's an old, experienced offensive line, but then we don't really have a ton of great depth behind them. We did bring in a few right tackles the past couple of years. We'll see how they play out. Maybe we can move them around the offensive line here and there in position changes in the offseason. I don't know. And then to the defense. We've got Quincy Goodwin at edge, along with Robbie Johnson and Ogbebor? Nisi Ogbebor, I think is how you say it. I don't know, man. I don't know. On the right edge, we got LJ McCray, who we brought in from the portal. We really did a great job at the portal, bringing in some veteran talent that's going to help us right away, so that we can also have a chance to develop our younger guys down the line, because I really like our edge position for the future. Chance Breida is going to be a fantastic player in the future, just needs a year to develop behind Elijah King and McCray. At D-tackle, Kevin Wynn, Jordan Crawford, both young studs who are going to be nice interior players for at least 2 years. Then we got Leonard Heatherly, who I think was a 5-star, if I'm not mistaken. He's elite dev. Was he a 5-star? I'm pretty sure he was, right? No, he was only a 4-star. I could have sworn he was a 5-star, but he's elite dev, so he's going to be fantastic. And then Tremaine Stoner is another promising young player for us. Not very much speed, but we'll see if we can develop that in the future. Who knows? Maybe we'll just replace him. Sam linebacker, we don't have anybody, but we do have a true 5-star in Mukwamu. I'm guaranteed to be 5-star, right? Yeah, I thought so. I thought he was a 5-star. He was a 5-star when we recruited him, and he was a great player for us last year as a true freshman. So I'm expecting only even better things from Mukwamu here in year number 2. Zeke Haywood will eat the red shirt this year, so that Sam Robinson and Kamar Archie will get some playing time. At will linebacker, we've got Talibi Kaba, who will start with Nicholas Clayton behind him. Boam Jock is here, Noah Shaw, and then Jerron Huber will take the red shirt. It's a good linebacking core. We'll see a lot of these guys, a lot of good speed out of the linebackers. And then at corner, I'm really happy with how the cornerback room has taken shape here after the portal and everything after the offseason. Xavier Brown will be our number 1. Then we've got Bo Masco. I don't know. DJ Pickett is here. 3 really, really good speed corners. I like that a lot. And DJ Pickett's 6'5", so he's going to be a problem. Jaja Boyd is a really good speed corner as well, but it's a very experienced, older cornerback room. Senior redshirt, junior redshirt, senior redshirt, junior redshirt. A lot of older guys here. We're going to have to hit the portal / hit high school recruiting pretty hard. But all of these guys have very, very good speed for the cornerback position, so I'm very excited about that. Safety, we have Kaj Sanders, who was going to be starting for us, and then Jesse O'Fury behind him. I did have Jamarly Riddle taking a red shirt even though he's a senior, because with these 2 guys being seniors as well, I wanted to at least guarantee we'd have a quality starter in case we don't do anything in the portal or in high school recruiting. I wanted to make sure that next year we'd have at least somebody who would have some sort of starting capabilities at the free safety position. Maybe Greg Michaels will develop into that. Probably not with only normal dev, but I just wanted to guarantee that. So Jamarlee Ridley won't play this year, but he will be back next year as a senior redshirt. And then strong safety, we got Kerry Brown, who's a great player. Dalvin Stockton, very excited about him. He's a freshman redshirt who I think also has 5 stars. No, he's only a 3-star. That's right. We got so lucky on that. I forgot about that. Dalvin Stockton, 3-star elite dev. I remember him now. He was unbelievable in recruiting. And starting as an 85 at a freshman redshirt, super excited about him. Very, very excited. He's the future of this secondary. Kicker is Riley McCann, and then Jacob Anderson. So we got a very old kicker and punter. We're going to have to recruit both of those. I already have, as you saw, the red shirts activated and divvied out. I have the depth chart set. Everything's ready to go. And here is recruiting. Here is where we're going with recruiting. I've got a lot of 5 stars on here because I believe we can get a lot of 5 stars if we are smart with our points. CJ Byam is the number 11 player in the country, number 2 running back in his class. Nobody's going after him. So he's a 5-star running back. I really want him. 91 speed, 93 excel. We saw how good that can work with guys like DJ Braswell, and even last year on College Football 25 with why am I blanking on the greatest running back in channel history from Hawaii? Cam Barfield. I don't know why I was blanking. I knew it was Cam something. Cam Barfield from Hawaii. We know that lower speed, higher acceleration combination can be really, really good. So I'm very excited about CJ Byam because I think we can get him pretty quickly if nobody else even figures out quick enough how good he is. And then some other 5 stars. Russ Buggs we're going after. Lorenzo QT. George Umodu. Terrell Skaggs. We got some 5 stars on this board, obviously. We're going after a lot of corners because corner is very old, as you saw. We're going after a lot of offensive linemen as well. And then I got my kicker and my punter on here. So I've got some quarterbacks. I wasn't blown away by any of the quarterbacks. They all are fine enough. I think I would prefer Tim Tompkins with his 91 throw power. But none of them really did anything for me. They're all kind of just whatever. So that's why I only have 25 hours on each of them. We'll see how maybe we can break away from somebody and one guy will be the clear favorite. I don't know yet. Running back, I got 3 running backs on the board. Wide receiver, I've only got 1 because we don't necessarily need wide receiver this year. And AJ Nortman is 6'5", 188. So I was kind of thinking, you know what? Maybe we could turn him into a tight end. We could probably go that same route. But I do have other tight ends on this board as well. Jamel Canham and Donnie McCaskill. That's how you say it. McCaskill. Donnie McCaskill and Jameel Canham are my 2 tight ends that I've got on the board. But we have the backup plan with AJ Nortman as well. And then offensive line, I'm going after a few guys so that we can hopefully bring this class or bring this offensive line back into the youth. We've got first on a lot of these Sam linebackers, so I'm excited about that. Middle linebacker or Mike linebacker, I am going after 2. I don't know if I'll get in on any of them. Probably not. And then corner, I've got 2. I hope I get both of them. We're definitely going to have to hit the portal pretty hard. But only 600 hours, it's hard to decide where to put these points. And this is obviously where I've chosen to put them. I did spread them out a lot. I didn't go like 50 on 2 or 3 guys to try to guarantee we get those guys. I put a lot of different hours on a lot of different players because I was hoping that would help us out and be a little bit more of a smarter strategy. I don't know if that's going to work out. We'll test it out here. All right. Enough of recapping and taking a look at the team. Let's get into game action. Game 1 of the season. Actually, you know what? Before we get into game action, I need to show you, we need to recap the coach, the past seasons. So we need to go to the coach contracts here. Year number 1, we won 10 games and played in a bowl game. Year number 2, we won 11 games, and I think we lost in the college football playoff, because that's why we don't have a bowl game win on here. I think that's what it was. So 10 wins and then 11 wins, I'd say is pretty solid. But we need to make sure that the Big Ten conference is locked down because that's where we're seeing a lot of our losses, which is to be understood because we got Ohio State, Oregon, the cheaters. You got USC, Washington. There's some tough teams in the Big Ten, and we want to be one of those tough teams. But now we can get into it. Akron and Rutgers. At the end of the day, this one shouldn't be close by the second quarter, really. If we're thinking about it, this Akron team stands no chance. We are much better at this point down the line. So let's just go out there and stay healthy, basically. Taking on Akron here, first game of the season. This one should not be close. And they're leading 3-0. I'm gonna puke. Where is the offense? Is Brad Jackson not the guy? Shit. Stadium is where we play. Jackson's out here. We've got Jaden Baugh. I'm excited to see Jaden Baugh. And he's going to run right into his own guy. Okay. That works for me. We skip the moment. We take the 3 points. What is happening with this offense? I don't really know. It's 3-3 in the third quarter. We've got Terrell Mitchell out there. Maybe Brad Jackson isn't the guy. And Mitchell will fight through contact and get the touchdown. Really good vision from Mitchell there. We have the football here. It's a 3rd and 7, 10-3. I'm really annoyed that this game is close because I said that we shouldn't be close. So I'm annoyed that I lied. Or the game made me lie. But that's a big first down from Michael Thomas. Jackson only 109 yards. Maybe we shouldn't be so set that Brad Jackson's going to be the guy. Maybe we should give some time to Saras. I never know how to say his name. And Ashenfelder. Maybe we should try them out early in the season before we get into like tough Big Ten play, obviously. We should have our quarterback figured out definitely by then. But I don't know. I don't really feel like Brad Jackson's simulating very well. And we know how good we've done with Ashenfelder, so maybe we just give it to him. Johnston will drop the football. He took a big shot. I was kind of hoping he'd hold on, but he did take a big shot. 2nd and goal from the 4. Corner end zone. That's intercepted. Oh, it's not. We got a hand on it, thankfully. I don't really like the way Akron's playing here. Maybe I can hit Duff, and I can. KJ Duff still getting involved, even at the tight end position. That's a big touchdown. And we have the football again here, late third quarter. Just get some points on the board. There we go, 24-3. Now we're starting to play well. Although Akron gets a touchdown, but we get one immediately, 31-10. And we also end the game right there in the red zone. So it's a 31-10 victory. Not as dominant as I would have liked, but a really good second half. I mean, 28 points in the second half. I'll take that, I guess. But do we give Brad Jackson another start here early in the season? Or do we take the advantage of these early season matchups and kind of play it by ear, see who plays the better? Who plays the better? Who plays best? I don't know. It's tricky trying to figure out who your quarterback's going to be when you don't have a guaranteed guy. We have jumped into the race for Rashawn Bertrand, who's the number 2 player in the country. Nobody has put an offer on CJ Byam. That's why I've got the 50 on him, because I want to close that out. Ron Brake, we're okay on. We're climbing. Russ Bugs, we jumped in first, or we stayed in first. Lorenzo QT. Umadou. Bryce Brooks, Tompkins. Shaq Cummins is another running back. Damon Small we've got as well. Jameel Akanum. We're in first for a lot of guys. I'm liking it. But I have 10 hours free. Did somebody lock us out? No? I'm not sure who I want to put these 10 hours on. Maybe I should put him on Cesar Alonso since we're not even in his voting just yet. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. See if that works. I probably should have put him on the 5-star Bertrand. But we've got Boston College up next. We should be able to beat them as well. Maybe I should put somebody else in at quarterback. Does Ashenfelder play better than Brad Jackson? I'm going to give him the opportunity. We're going to move around the depth chart. Ashenfelter will be the starter for game 2 against BC, and we will figure out if the team plays better in sim with him, or, I mean, we can always go back to Jackson. We still have him, obviously. Game 2 of Season 3 against BC, we should be able to absolutely dominate these guys. But you never know. We have new starter in. We've got Ashenfelter in, so maybe the offense doesn't run as smooth with him in. Although we are driving first drive of the game down to the low red zone here. I'm going to hit KJ Duff, and there's a flag on the catch. It's got to be a late hold, I would assume. It's going to be on Dominic Easley, probably. Yep, that's unfortunate. So the first play I jump into gets called for a hold. Okay. That pushes us back to the 21. That maybe opens up the playbook a little bit more, gives us more space. Maybe it was a benefit. That's wide open, actually. It ended up not being wide open. I guess I saw it too late. He looked like he was completely wide open. But I guess that corner played it well enough, and I threw it too late. Who knows? Hard to say. CPU corners can do crazy things, and that's going to be an unfortunate, really unfortunate play right there. Man, I guess the holding call didn't benefit us. It's killing us right now because I can't find anybody open. I think I'm just going to scramble. Throw me a block here. I was able to get around it, I guess, but I got up to the 10. It really should be a field goal, shouldn't it? I think I'm just going to back out here and let them handle it. I'm not going to kick the field goal or anything myself. That wasn't a really good drive. Was not a really good drive by me. We do kick the field goal. And BC goes down. And they get 3 on the board as well. I don't know how I feel. I mean, Ashenfelter is doing a good job. We're in the red zone again. Maybe he's the guy. And maybe I just messed it up. Oh, look at the blocking. Jaden Baugh, I probably should have taken a different angle there. That would have been a touchdown, most likely, if I go to the other side. Handoff Baugh. He's almost in, and KJ Duff injured twice on the play, and he's looking like it's a bad ankle injury or something. That's not good. He's a big-time tight end for us. Luckily, we have Fleming, but Jaden Baugh's in. Touchdown, Rutgers. That builds a nice little lead. Did they score? I can't tell. They did score. It's 10-10, Boston College. And they scored again. It's 17-10. What is happening? I don't think this is Ashenfelter's fault. I think this is a defensive problem. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Terrell Mitchell gets the handoff. He's got 6 for 66. Let's not get upset at home against Boston College. That'd be a bad look, although I take a bad shot there. That was wide open, too. It's probably a touchdown if I complete it. It's definitely a touchdown if I complete it. Oh, he got bumped. Ugh, I hate when they get bumped, man. It really is just a bummer when they get bumped on their routes. He was going to be clear and free, wide open. He got bumped again, but this time it didn't affect him as much. He got the first down. Good job. He got bumped for the second time. I tell you what, man, I hate the bumps. I'm going to hit a little inside zone here. They're not going to be prepared for it. Jaden Baugh, he's in. Touchdown, Rutgers. We tie the game back up. Defense, do your thing, and they did. Defense gives us the opportunity. And now we need to go and take it. 3 minutes to go in the game. We can win by a field goal. It's not going to look pretty, but we can do it. At least there's no recruits on campus. But we got to actually move the football first. He did a John Cena, you can't see me. Oh, that's disrespectful. I saw you. I just couldn't stop you. That's going to be open, and it is. It's Johnston down the field. He's got room. And he gets up to the 41. I don't know if this is... I don't think this is a Sean Ashenfelter problem. I think it's more of a defensive problem. I got to throw that away. I'm going to take the freaking intentional grounding because there's nobody in the vicinity, but nobody was open. My one guy that I was going to throw to was just simply not open, so I couldn't hit him. And I'm not going to throw an interception, or at least I'm not going to intentionally throw an interception. I may accidentally throw one. That's Fleming, big catch, gets a lot of that yardage back, but it's a 3rd and 14. We're not quite in field goal range just yet. I don't really even want a field goal. I want a first down here, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. I got to get that away. BC's run defense, or defensive line is getting really good pressure. Luckily, that's a huge first down. It's Scrap Richardson, the veteran who's been here since day one. We're going to go with the jet sweep to hooks. Actually, I'm going to let this go to the 2-minute warning. I'm not going to give them a free timeout. So let's go to the 2-minute warning, and then we'll call maybe a mesh spot. I do like mesh spots. But not having KJ Duff, I don't know where he's at. We got an offensive lineman running routes. Throw that out of bounds on 2nd and 10. I'm not really sure where KJ Duff is. I don't know if he's still hurt. He probably is still hurt. I hope he gets back healthy. Hand off to Mitchell. Good blocks, and Mitchell's going to fall for the first down. Really, really good job by Terrell Mitchell. We'll turn that shoe clock on. Try to eat some time away. We got Jaden Baugh back in. Hand off to Baugh. That's perfect. That does a job. That calls their first timeout. He did a job there. That's all we needed. Mitchell's back in. And Mitchell, really good run. Really, really good run from Mitchell there. I think I just saw Eli Holstein transferred to Texas, and he's their quarterback. That's kind of crazy. Baugh will break a tackle, get the first down, but not go in. Really good job by Jane Baugh. I thought he was going to get stopped short of the first down, but he broke the tackle and got the first and a little bit extra too. And that is all the timeouts used by BC. Now, smart, we don't go in here. Yeah, just line it up. No, Faucha gets hurt. You can't get hurt on that play, Faucha. You got to make it to the sideline before you go down. You simply can't get hurt there. That gives them a free timeout. And Baugh will not get in. 3rd and goal. We take so much time off this board, or off this clock. And Baugh will not get in again. Well, I thought he was going to get in, but you know what? That's probably for the best, because I'm going to let this go all the way down, and we're going to win on a field goal. It's not going to look pretty, but you know what? It's just going to have to happen. A win is a win, especially when there's no people on campus. So we're going to let this drain. We'll take our 2nd timeout. Riley McCann will come in and kick the field goal. He's experienced. He's a senior. He's done this a million times. So we'll take the timeout right there. And yeah, we win by 3 against Boston College, but nobody's going to remember this when we're in the Big Ten Championship. That's a big win, and that's the ball game. We beat Boston College 20-3, or 20-17 by 3. And we escaped. That's a legitimate escape game. But at least we did it. At least we won. We stay undefeated early. Did not want to slip up that early. That would have been really, really depressing. At least it would have been out of conference. But still, I don't want to lose any games, really. And now we move to week number 3 against Kennesaw State. Should be another big win, in theory. We are climbing on Rashawn Bertrand. Even without a pipeline, we're climbing on him. We're still looking good for Byam. I'm going to keep that 50 on him, even though we don't necessarily need it because nobody else is recruiting him. I'm going to keep it on him because I want to finish that as quick as possible. Some teams are starting to gain on us for other players. I think we're in a good spot, though. I really do. And that 10 hours for Cesar Alonso is really mattering because look at that influence bar. That's kind of crazy. We'll see what happens. I should probably figure out how to put more points on Bertrand. Can I take 10 points off of anybody? Yeah, I can take off 10 points from Barry Vowles. We can do that, put 15 on him, and then I can put an extra 10 on Bertrand. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take 5 off of it. I'm going to put only 10 on Vowles. We're going to do that and put an extra 5, so we go 40 on Bertrand because LSU is going to make that's not what I wanted. LSU is going to make a hard push with that S-tier pipeline. So we'll see how that does. 40 hours, maybe that can keep us in the battle for him. But now it's Kennesaw State, another one that we should win, and then I think we're into Big Ten play, which is going to get a little trickier. But those teams aren't that good, at least as a start. We'll see how it goes. I like the way that we're looking. We should win this game, though. Taking on Kennesaw State in game number 3. I've given Ashenfelder a second game here because I do think the offense was pretty good against BC. Could have been better, but the defense could have been better as well. But oh my God, we're up 23-0 already. I know this is Kennesaw State, and we should be beating them like this, but I didn't think we'd be up this big. 23-3 in the third quarter. All right, they're starting to do some stuff here. 23-10. It's late third or late fourth quarter action. 23-16. We end up holding on, so we really peaked in the first quarter. We scored all of our points in the first quarter, and then we just had to rely on our defense. I guess I could have jumped in there, but I thought I'd get more moments. I'll take it. A win is a win, but I'm a little bit concerned that we scored 23 points in the first quarter and then didn't do anything else. I don't know. I don't really know who the quarterback is of this team. I honestly don't. Is it Ashenfelder? I feel like he's done fairly well. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. And now we open Big Ten play against 2-1 Indiana. They're not that great. And we have closed the gap on LSU. We are going to need to really, really win this battle early because that pipeline, as we found out with the Theo Graves recruitment in East Delaware Dynasty, that pipeline is going to really help for LSU. So we need to finish that. We're really doing good on CJ Byam, as I expected. Ron Brake, I don't know about him. Russ Buggs, we're doing fine. Lorenzo QT, we're doing fine. We just don't have a lot of hours is the problem. I'm trying. But 600 hours is very, very difficult, especially when you're trying to go after 5 stars, which we don't have to. I'm trying to because of course I am. But none of these guys are into their top 5 just yet, so we can kind of never mind. Terrell Skaggs is into his top 5. How much of a visit? It's going to be just 20. Okay, that's not actually that bad. I don't know how I get him on campus. I guess what I could do is just take off the hours of these 2 guys until the visit happens, and then we get those hours back, we put them back on. That's probably how I do it. I mean, Hakeem and Wangwu is not even getting recruited. We got 25 hours on him. So, oh, the troubles, the trials, and the tribulations trying to recruit in college football 26 with a lower tier team. It's tough. It's tough in these streets. I think I'm going to leave everything the way it is right now. I'm going to give it another week and see what it's doing. Ashenfelder, I feel like, has done fairly well in the starting job. What do the stats look like, I guess? He's got 2 games. He's got 369 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Okay. I'm feeling that. I think I'm going to give him a 3rd chance. We're going to give Ashenfelder a 3rd chance. I also want to... We have 74 coach points. We should probably look to spend those at some point. We have recruiter all the way done for the most part. We don't really need to go into the sway. So we have that pretty much done. Motivator we can purchase now for the first time. I think we should do that. Let's buy Master Motivator. That's actually really, really big. Because we can get players that are less likely to transfer, all that kind of big stuff. So that leaves us with 59 points. I think I'm going to get into defensive backs, obviously. I'm going to put running back wear and tear up so that they recover faster. I don't really think we're at risk of losing running backs to the transfer portal. Let's just get into the second tier of all of these. Make sure everybody stays hot through games. And our motivator tier is going to climb very quickly. So I'm excited about that. But now we go into Indiana. We open up Big Ten play. This one should be another win, but it is our first road game of the year. I don't think Indiana is that good, but who knows if we're really even that good. Big road test against Indiana. We open up Big Ten play and we lead 7-0. How is the defense going to play? Because we really didn't play well against Boston College. So against a team like Indiana, who knows? But we are only allowing field goals right now. I guess that's something. 3rd down and 3. Up by a point. Ashenfelder still the starter. I'm looking at Hooks here, and I think Hooks has it. If I can get the ball to him in time, and he drops it. That's brutal drop. That's a brutal, brutal drop. We don't even kick the field goal there. I said kick the field goal, but they clearly went for it, and, or maybe they missed it and didn't get it. Not too sure. There's really no way to know. But we got a minute to go. I'm going to hit Fleming here. I don't even see KJ Duff out there. Is he out for an extended period of time? I guess I didn't check. Let me take a look at the injury report. Is KJ Duff done? KJ Duff, broken collarbone, multiple weeks. And we also lost Raynor Andrews, our right tackle. That's a couple of really tough injuries. We already didn't have like that good of a tight end room. I mean, I like, obviously, Fleming, but other than that, it was KJ Duff and Fleming. That was it. That's a little tough right there. I'll say that much. I don't really like having that be a loss. I think I can hit that to Scrap Richardson. No, he's got a guy on him. That safety really tracked, and I honestly didn't think he would. He followed. He played it well. 38 seconds. This has got to be underneath, right? Yeah, it is. It's Thomas. He gets the first down. That gives me a chance at least. It's called the same play, but other side of the field, or flip it to the other side. Let me try to. I should have hit R1. I didn't realize he was going to be so open. Richardson got a favorable tackle there. I didn't realize R1 was going to break open like that, or I would have hit him. That would have been an even bigger play. I was already kind of predetermined throwing it to Hooks there. That's wide open. That's Richardson again. He gets right across the middle. He's doing a great job. We got 2 timeouts. We are in a fine position right now. As long as we keep everything in the middle so I don't have to try to kick from the hash. That's another Richardson play. I'm going to call a timeout there. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I think one more play across the middle to get us a little bit closer. I'll take it. I'll take it. We did a good enough job. We could have probably tried to be a little bit more aggressive there, try to score, but I'm just trying to win these games, man. As long as there's no recruits on campus, which obviously there can't be because we're on the road, a win is fine by me. We can win by a single point. Don't care. But when recruits are on campus, we're obviously going to try to blow out the team, obviously. Indiana's got another field goal. What is going on? And then they get a touchdown finally. We had been holding them to field goals until then. It's 10-15. I don't like that. That's open. Oh, it ends up getting dropped because the DB made a good play on it. We got a field goal out of it. It's 15-13. This is a weird score. And we have the football back late in the game. 5 minutes to go. I'm running it on 3rd down, mainly because I didn't know it was 3rd down. And it's a 4th and 4 opportunity. They want me to kick the field goal. I skipped it because I thought that I pressed the right button. I didn't press the right button, obviously. I was trying to back out so that I could go for it on 4th down, but I hit skip on accident. So it's 3rd and 9 now. Get that ball out. That's wide open, but it's a flag on the play, and it's going to be a hold, isn't it? It is going to be a hold. That is a devastating hold. Oh, that is really, really devastating from Kamen Smith. 3rd and 19 after we completed the first down. A back-breaking hold. You simply cannot have that. And I got to throw that away. You simply cannot hold on that. That's something that you can't do. Especially on that big of a play, you can't hold. Indiana didn't do anything with it. We have 2 timeouts remaining and a chance. That hold, man, that's just a back-breaking hold. But thankfully it didn't end up losing us the game or anything. Ringo got hit immediately as he caught it. I thought I was going to get a block there, honestly. But now we have all the time in the world. We have 2:36 to go. And we have Jaden Baugh, who might not need that much time. Jaden Baugh down the field. Oh my God, Jaden Baugh. He explodes for a huge gain. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. That might put us in field goal range right there. It's a little bit farther back, but that is an insane carry on the first play. And Jaden Baugh does again another carry. Gets up really, really good. No, 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 no. You're not taking me out of this. You're not taking me out of this. I am winning this game. Again, by a field goal. I'll take it. And now Indiana calls timeouts. That's their first. We got the first down, though. Huge. Got the first down. As long as I keep it center, we should be able to drill the field goal and move to 4-0, 1-0 in the Big Ten. It might not look pretty, but these are wins at the end of the day. And in the video game, the committee does not care about how it looks pretty or not. I did not try to go in there, but Baugh just kind of fell in. Jaden Baugh fell in, and it'll give us a 20-15 lead. That's only 5 points for Indiana to try to score a touchdown on. And I don't necessarily like it. Oh, they're getting close. They're getting real close. They are at... Okay. Okay. It is first and goal from the 3, but the clock is running. Boom! First and goal. Oh my God. They had 3 seconds remaining, but the clock was moving. We hold on for a 20-15 victory. Wow, I thought we were going to lose. I really did. We hold on for the victory. That's a big road win, too, on the road at Indiana. But these are ugly. I'll tell you, they are ugly, but we're winning. As long as we're blowing out the teams at home with visitors on campus, those are the only ones that matter, really. The rest, we can just win by a point. I don't care. We did get locked out of somebody. It was Niles Graves, but he was at the bottom of our board, so it's not that big of a deal. He's going to the military. He's going to Navy. Now we take on Michigan State on the road. Okay. Another tough test, you'd think. We jumped into first. We are gaining massive amounts of influence on Rashawn Bertrand. His playing time deal breaker must be really affecting him because we are gaining some crazy good influence. And now that we have 10 hours freed up, I might be able to toss those onto a visit for Terrell Skaggs. Ooh, but I should probably get Geo. Yeah, but he needs 30. Ah! How am I going to free up 30 hours? I thought it was tough to try to free up. I thought it was going to be tough to try to free up 20. I think I need to figure out what my quarterback situation is. Bryce Brooks we're in the lead for. I'm going to take off Tim Tompkins. Even though at the beginning of this video I said he was kind of I was leaning towards him being the best one out of the bunch. I just don't think we can compete with Florida. So give me those hours back. Tim Tompkins off the board. That's 35 hours. That's enough for the visit for Geo. So we'll schedule the visit. Obviously, these ones would be nice to schedule him for, but I don't know if we're going to win those games, if I'm being honest. The Washington game feels like the right one. Plus, I want to get this over with because who knows when Georgia's going to schedule him. Although Georgia might go for later in the season. It might be smarter to schedule him later in the season, like a week 11. But it is against Ohio State. I'm going to do it. I'm going to schedule him week 11 against Ohio State. That is a ballsy call. But I got to do it. Sometimes you got to be ballsy. Sometimes you got to toss those balls if you want to win recruit battles. And we're going to do it. Next, we take on Michigan State on the road. Is Ashenfelder still doing enough to be the starting quarterback? He has thrown an interception. It was in that Indiana game, I'm assuming, obviously. But he's got another touchdown on the board. He's not doing very well, but he's not doing bad enough to make me say, you're not the starter anymore. And we're going to try to battle against Michigan State and hopefully keep undefeated, both in the Big Ten and just overall record-wise. Another tough test on the road against the Spartans, and it looks like it's raining for this one, our first weather game of Season 3. But we're looking to take them down, stay undefeated, try to look good in the Big Ten. But this is a tough environment, a lot tougher, I should say, a lot tougher than the environment in Indiana. We didn't get any of that vibration or anything. End of the half, 3 seconds left. They want me to go Hail Mary. Do we even have time? Okay, we do have time. I guess I just chuck it up and see what happens. I probably should have went verticals, but They were probably always going to have this prevent defense. And here we go. Just send it to the end zone. See what could happen. Pass interference. Half can end on a penalty defensive. We bait into a pass interference. Now, unfortunately, it's not a spot foul, which would be really nice. But a 1st and 10 from the 33 is a good thing to have happen. We can try a 50-yard field goal. I mean, we got a senior kicker. It is in the rain. I don't know if I'm going to hit this. Just on my own, I don't know if I'm going to hit this. Let's try it. Here we go. Oh, that's about as good as I could do. Drilled it. Drilled a 50-yarder on the road in the rain. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. And we're going to start with the football. That's nice. But we don't do anything with it. It's back and forth. Michigan State gets 3. Okay, we're doing well. It's 4:27 to go. 4th quarter action. Let's hand this to Jaden Baugh and see what he can do. He's going to not get the first down. I really thought I had it there. Oh, look at us drive. Look at us drive. Just make sure that chew clock is turned on just in case. We're still without KJ Duff. I really need to take a look and see how long he's out for with that collarbone injury. Fleming holds on first down. That's why I like Dorian Fleming. But I did just see that Ashenfelder has 2 interceptions in the game. We do win 17-3, pretty dominant. But Ashenfelder with those 2 interceptions, a little rough. A little rough from the starter. Maybe he's not the guy. The offense does feel like it's moving a little bit better, but maybe that was just Brad Jackson. Maybe we overreacted a little bit. Maybe that was just Brad Jackson. First game in the offense, he getting his feet wet a little bit. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough, tough, tough. I think I am going to move Brad back to the starter. Yeah, locked up another guy, but we're still in first for a few other people. Against Northwestern is a perfect opportunity to do that. I'm going to move Brad back to the starting position, see what he can do. Let's take a look at the injury report while we're here. KJ Duff, 3 more weeks with that broken collarbone. Man, that's a tough injury. Xavier Brown also had torn labrum. We're getting hit with the injury bug this year. That's not ideal. 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's kind of fizzled out against not great competition. So we'll move Brad back to the starting job, see what he can do. I mean, look at this influence we are gaining. LSU is surprisingly not gaining that much influence on Rashawn Bertrand. He just needs to get down to his top 5 so we can solidify that. Speaking of, CJ Byam has gotten down to it. We can get him scheduled, preferably against Washington, and try to close this commitment out as quick as possible. I may even be able to switch to a hard sell. We know 2 of his 3. It could be standard bearer. Are there any more options? No, it is going to be standard bearer, which is an A, an A-, and a B+. But with nobody else going after him, that's about as good as we're going to get. So we'll go with that. And I can honestly switch to a full 50 on Bertrand. I think that would even do better than the influence we're already gaining on him. So we're going to switch to a full 50 on him. Ron Break, I don't know what we do with him. Russ Bugs, we're still looking good for. The fact that we're got 25 hours on both of these guys, these 5-stars, and we're still gaining is pretty impressive. Skaggs, I might have to give up on, unfortunately. I don't have the hours to be able to fight. And now Georgia's passed us. That's not good. We even got 50 hours on him. Oh, but we can switch to a hard sell, and it's a really, really good hard sell. It's like 2 A's. It's an A, an A, an A+, and an A-. That is about as good as you can get. I'm hoping that is enough to get us back ahead of Georgia, because right now Georgia has a really big amount of influence. They do have a S-tier pipeline, unfortunately. We only have a bronze. That's going to be a tough battle. I do still feel comfortable with the Week 11 visit. For now. Maybe that'll change, but these 30 hours, man, I don't know if Skaggs is going to be the guy for us. We might have to just bail out of this because we've already dropped behind Duke. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes you got to know when to pull out. And I am the pull-out king. So let's take those hours out. I'm going to put more hours on to Ron Break. Just to try and get in on him. Maybe we can upset UCLA and everybody. I don't think I need to put more hours on bugs for right now. I'm going to go full 50 on break and see what that does. If that doesn't end up making a big impact, then we'll readjust later. But I think I'm actually going to put an extra 5 on QT just to be safe there. It's a weird battle. It is a weird battle. We now take on Northwestern. We're finally back at home, and we got Brad Jackson back at starting quarterback. We'll see if he can make this offense look a little bit better than Ashenfelder's had. I mean, we won the games, but it hasn't been pretty, and maybe Brad can make it look a little bit more pretty. Back at home for the first time in a couple of weeks to take on Northwestern. Again, shouldn't be much of a problem, but now that Brad Jackson's back, the offense is going to look a little bit different, I would assume. We'll see if it plays better. We are wearing the black alternates. I thought that'd be a nice little change of pace. We've been wearing red for most of the season, or for the whole season. And that's a 4th and 1. Not what I wanted. I was kind of hoping I get the first down there, obviously. So I'm going to come back in and go for it. Jaden Baugh, do I believe the offensive line can do this? No, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, it's great blocking, and Jaden Baugh's got the first down. Good job, Jaden. I believed. I always believed. Never a doubt. Hand up to Baugh. Great blocking. Jaden Baugh. Kamen Smith injured on the play. Our offensive line is fizzling out. Very, very fragile offensive line this year. Great pancake block. And Mitchell gets stuffed at the 3. And a timeout Northwestern. Okay. Maybe they need to get a different look in there. I don't know. Whatever the case be, it gets us a chance to regroup ourselves. Mitchell's back in, and Mitchell will be at the 1. It looked like he was going to find his way into the end zone, but they kind of rallied around him. And then they stop him short. A loss of 1 in the play. They are really, really doing well against the run here. And I don't like it one bit. And that is another timeout Northwestern. They must not have liked what we came out in. They are loading up for a run, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's Jaden Baugh this time. I believe in him. Jaden Baugh, he's in. Touchdown, Rutgers. Okay. We needed that one. Could not be stopped there. Could not be stopped. That would have been devastating. But thankfully we do it. And Northwestern's driving, but we don't allow anything. That's good. Can we get in the end zone here? It's close. We got a touchdown. Okay, I thought we were going to kick a field goal there. Ooh, right at the end of the half, Northwestern scores. I don't like that at all. And they got a field goal, too. It's 14-10. This is not going well. Somehow, Northwestern hasn't scored any more points. It is a 1-point game. Who is the quarterback of this team? I don't think it's Brad Jackson. I don't think it's Ashenfelder. Maybe it's Surace. We haven't given him a shot yet, I guess. We know the running back of this team is Jaden Baugh. That's pretty clear. But I don't know who the quarterback of this team is. Maybe Jackson's playing good and it doesn't show up on the stats. I'm not sure. Timeout called by Northwestern. Doesn't really feel like he's playing good. They're going to press up on Michael Thomas out there and on Scrap. Mitchell's in the game, and Terrell Mitchell's going to get the first down. It's a really big blow to the Northwestern defense. Crowd going crazy at Stadium. Fleming, I like the corner route, but I doubt he's going to be open. I'm going to hit quick here. It's going to be Michael Thomas. Passing on that down was a little risky, but when they didn't have any time, or when they still had 1 timeout, but it worked out. And now we can just get to the 2-minute warning. Hopefully win this game. I'm going to try not to score like I did against Indiana, because I wasn't trying to, but they just kind of fell in. We get to the 2 minutes. That's the final time that Penn State has, or Northwestern has a chance to stop. Unless there's like an injury or something, which knowing this game, there's going to be injuries or holdings. Handoff, Jaden Baugh. Good change of direction, but he kind of ran into his own guy. Got to keep the time moving. I'd like to pass here, but I think the run is going to be better. Handoff, Mitchell. The run is a lot better. Don't go in, Terrell. Could have easily scored. They probably wanted me to score there. But going in was not the right idea because we are going to win by a singular point. And there it is. 14-13, we win. It's ugly, but that's kind of the story of the season. We're winning ugly games, but hey, we're winning them. And you can't get too upset. You can be slightly concerned when we play better teams, but for right now, we're winning the games we need to win, even though they are slightly on the ugly side of things. And we get our first commitment of the year. It is Hakeem and Nwangwu. 3-star will linebacker. Okay. We get locked out on Lupke and on Larry Malik. But our first commitment of the year. Nice. That free up some hours that we didn't have previously. Look at this influence, man. Rashawn Bertrand is an interesting case. We did jump into the lead for Ron Brake. And now all of these 5 stars have finally reached their top 5. So now is where things get interesting. We're going to take Niles Graves off the board. We're going to take Malik off the board. He was a 4-star safety. We'll take you off the board as well. All right, Bertrand's still not into his top 5. We've got by him scheduled already. Ron Brake is 40 hours. Okay. Russ Buggs is 25. Lorenzo QT is only 10. That's large. Look at that influence for Georgia. Oh my God, it might be over for Gio. It might legitimately be over. It looked like it was going to be a close battle, but that influence is insane. Wow. I mean, I've got 50 hours on him, and I've got my best possible hard sell, and Georgia is just dominating. See, this is what I expected when we had the Bertrand battle, but LSU is not having the same effect with their S-tier pipeline that Georgia is. Dear God, that is an insane amount of influence. This one's over. I'm going to keep him here because we already had him scheduled for a visit, so in case we need to get some complimentaries, we can keep him on the board, but that one's over. We are not getting him. It would have been nice to get him, but it's not happening. That is completely 100% over. And see, we can get a complimentary with Ohio State here. So let's do Russ Buggs right there. Ron Brake was 40, unfortunately, but you're only 10. Lorenzo QT might have to go to Maryland. Conference Prestige. Our Conference Prestige is the Big Ten, so it's an A. I guess I can put an extra 10 hours on Lorenzo just to get him up to 40, but no. You know what? Take that off. Let's put the 10 onto Buggs. Let's put the 10 onto Buggs. There we go. All right. Man, recruiting is hard. We take on Washington, though. I don't think we have anybody on campus. I scheduled somebody, right? I'm pretty sure I have a week 7 visit. Visit scheduled week 7. Yeah, it's CJ Byam. Okay, so it's the guy that nobody is recruiting. CJ Byam's on campus. We need to blow out Washington. How did Brad Jackson do in that game? He's got no more touchdowns. He did throw 2 picks in that game. Oh, we don't have a quarterback, do we? We do not have a quarterback. Maybe I should try AJ. He's the one guy we haven't tried yet. Maybe he's got it. All right, let's take on Washington. We're running back on campus. It's not the end of the world if we don't blow out Washington because nobody else is recruiting, but I would like to finish this recruitment so we can get those hours back. That's kind of the main problem we're facing right now. Let's take on Washington. I think this is the final game before our bye, right? Yeah, so we have Washington, then we have the bye, and then it starts heating up towards the end of the year. So let's figure out what happens in this game. Let's hopefully blow them out. Big home game against Washington. 1 recruit on campus, but he is a 5-star that I would like to impress. Even though nobody else has recruited him, we're kind of recruiting against ourselves, I guess. And we have a new quarterback, AJ Saras, whatever his name is. Doesn't matter. He's our starting quarterback, and Jaden Baugh opens up the scoring with a big touchdown. I'm very curious to see how this offense plays. 14-0. I'd like to see that. 3rd and 6, though. AJ is the slowest of the 3 quarterback options. So we'll have to keep that in mind as Michael Thomas makes a big first down catch. Those are some strong hands. God gave him big hands and a strong grip. That is nice work by Michael Thomas III. Handoff to Mitchell. Great blocking. Mitchell will get a favorable fall. Get to inches. 2nd and inches. Jaden Baugh comes back in the game. Minute 39 to go in the half. Baugh will get the first down. And another timeout called by the Huskies. This Husky keeps doing gymnastic-type moves. I don't know what's going on with him. He keeps doing handstands and twirls and everything. Hand up to Mitchell, wide open. Horrendous blocking. And it's another touchdown. But Washington might have scored there. I'm not sure. It's 3. Okay. Not too bad. 21-3 is good. That's still a blowout. And we are right on the door of another one. Baugh is going to get in for his 2nd of the day. Oh my God, we got an interception immediately? Something happened here. We have the football back again at the 10. This is beautiful. This is exactly what we need in this game with a recruit on campus. We need to have dominance like this. At least it shows me that we can actually do it at times. And we're not just a bunch of bums. That probably was not the right decision. Our quarterback just doesn't score. We don't have many passing touchdowns this year. It's all running backs. But you know what? It's not the end of the world. That is a great coverage by the linebacker there. Oh, this is a tough one. No. I'm not kicking that. I'm not kicking that. The game is going to kick that. Maybe I use that timeout irresponsibly, but I'm not kicking that field goal. 31-3, 31-10. Washington finally starting to get some momentum here. 31-17 is not very good. 31-17. Okay, it wasn't as big of a blowout as I wanted. Don't like the defense in the 4th quarter allowing 2 touchdowns, or in the second half allowing 2 touchdowns, but we won the game again, and it should impress Byam enough. I mean, nobody else is recruiting him. He doesn't have anybody else to look at. So we'll see what that does. But now we go into the bye week, hopefully impressing CJ Byam. Cooper Lincolnbach locks us out, but again, not a guy we were going after. That Geo recruitment is just pretty much over. The insane amount of influence he got. Oh, Bertrand's into his top 5. And he needs 40. He's from Louisiana. We'll have to schedule him. Okay, that's a good amount of influence for CJ. It wasn't the best we could have done. We do get the plus 50% for the clear winner, but we didn't get the blowout. Yeah, it's good enough. Nobody else is going after him. I could probably put 10 hours on him and we'd still get him, which I might have to end up doing. We need to schedule Bertrand, and he needs the complimentaries. He gets them either way, but he gets 2 if we schedule him for Ohio State. So I think I'm going to do that, and we can do championship contender there. That's 40 hours down the drain. We have dropped for Ron Break. Oh, good Lord. I need to get him on campus. I got to do it. I got to take the hard sell off of Byam. I hate to do it, but I need the hours to schedule visits. Ron Break's coming in on this Ohio State game is going to end up being huge. I've never seen a game as big as this Ohio State game is going to end up being. We've fallen on Lorenzo QT. Oh, I don't like that. I got to stop recruiting Geo. It's just not going to happen. I can't believe even with our amazing sell we have for him, Georgia just has that pipeline, man. Pipelines are killer in College Football 26. Absolutely killer. I'm not going to switch to a hard sell just yet on these guys because I really would like to know what their hard sell is. Actually, can we know? Is there only one option? I hate when there's more than one option because I don't want to take the risk of missing it and losing a week of possible influence. So it's aspirational goals or oh, it's only aspirational goals. That's huge, right? It's only aspirational goals. Yeah, it looks like it is. Perfect. An A, an A minus, and a B plus is not amazing, but it's gonna have to be. And then Lorenzo QT, I guess I could check. We already know it's championship contender and conference prestige. Oh, that's a hard. I guess I could do soft sell, but I'd rather just go all in on the hard sell. Are there multiple options for you? Please don't let there be. Okay, so we got aspirational goals again. Or it's just us. Yes, I love it when a plan comes together. Okay. We can switch to hard sells on them. Hopefully try to get in on them. Buy him. The 10 hours should be enough to get him done. Bertrand we got on the 50. We could hard sell, but I'm going to keep the 50 on him for right now. We'll switch to a hard sell soon. 25 for you. Bryce Brooks is starting to fall down. Oh, Shaq Cummins is not looking good, but we are bringing in Byam. Damon Small. He's probably just going to go to Maryland, it looks like. I should probably just get out of this. Yeah, let's just pull out of that commitment. That gets us some hours freed up. Maryland doesn't need both the running backs, let's be fair. And he's already going to be on campus week 10. He can't get on campus week 13 because he's going to Virginia. I might lose out on Shaq Cummings, actually, because visits are really big, obviously. But another running back wouldn't hurt, although maybe it's stupid to put a hard sell on another running back that we probably don't have a chance for. But I'm going to try. I'll see what a week does, or maybe 2 weeks. We'll see what a couple weeks does. If Maryland continues to pull ahead even with the 50 hours on him, then we'll make that decision. Cam Flott's looking like he's going to go to USF. They got him on a week 11. Oh, I just don't have the hours, man. I don't have the hours. He is only a 3-star at the end of the day, but we do need offensive linemen. Our offensive line position is very, very thin. I'll get him on week 13. I don't like this at all. I need these to finish up so I can be done with these. All right, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Let's move on to week number 9 of the college football season. We take on, who was it? The Cheaters, I think it was. So we take on. We get locked out on Gio. He goes to Georgia. We knew that was going to happen. And J.R. McCants locks us out. That does free up hours because we were actively going after him. That gives us 140. Wow, the influence is starting. Okay, the influence is starting to get a little crazy for LSU. Now I'm getting nervous. We've had Bertrand most of the season, but this might end up being just like how we lost Theo Graves. I'm getting a little nervous now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oregon and UCLA have decided they wanted Ron Brake. It's all crumbling. Oh, all my hard work is crumbling. I can feel it. We're going to end up with nobody in this class. No 5-stars at least. Oh, that's not even that good of a hard sell, but it's the best we can do. Oh my God. Look at that. This is brutal. This is a brutal recruiting class, the way that it's projected right now. But these hours that have been freed up do allow me, you know what, I can just go straight to a hard sell with him because we have a fairly good one. The standard bearer is good enough. That'll get us a full 50. Hopefully we can pull away. But QT, even with the aspirational goals, he's from Maryland, which apparently Clemson has an S-tier pipeline for that. That influence bar is insanely high. Insanely high. And I don't think he's going to make it to week 13 which is going to be devastating. It's going to simply be devastating. Oh, I mean, we did make a fairly good push for Shaq Cummins, but I think that's going to end up being a failed visit or a failed recruitment there. Barry Vowles we're still looking good for. Cam Flott. Getting these hours freed up was nice. That way we can put in 35 back. We'll see what that does. There's McCants locking us out. This is tough, man. You really, in College Football 26, you really got to recruit pipelines. If you try to go outside of your pipelines, you better have a school like Ohio State or Texas or Georgia or something like that, because you're not going to win those pipelines 9 times out of 10 if you don't have a school like that. But here we go. We go on the road to the Toilet Bowl and play the Cheaters. They're number 18 in the country. They've lost 2 games in the conference. They suck. They're trash. Their campus smells. And we should beat them easily. No worries. This is the meat of our schedule. And we're already up 7-0. That's kind of huge, actually. 10-0. Is the offense hot? 17-0 on the road? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 24-0. We keep getting the football. These cheaters are frauds. We keep getting the football. This is massive. This is massive. And KJ Duff is back. That's nice to see. Good to see the young man out there. He's going to catch that one on first down. Out of all of the scoring that we've done so far, Saras does not have a passing touchdown. This playbook, I don't think, does very well in sim for quarterbacks, at least offensively. That's a big catch from Michael. We found out that Michael Thomas III has some strong hands. He's made some big, tough catches in contested areas. But I don't think this offensive playbook simulates particularly well with quarterbacks throwing touchdowns. Because none of our quarterbacks, we've played 3 quarterbacks this year. None of them have a lot of touchdowns. I think Ashenfelder has 3, Jackson has 2. I don't even know if Sorace has 1. We are 31-0. Oh my God, why could this not be a home game? We are getting some insane defensive plays. They are fraudulent. These cheaters, they don't have the signs, so they're fraudulent. They don't know how to play. And that's another touchdown for Baugh. Oh my God. This is our best game of the season. We have the ball in the red zone again. It's 38-0. I could not have asked for a better performance from these guys. And Jaden Baugh is going to get another handoff. He keeps falling forward. He's beautiful. He's sexy. 7 for 94. He's going to probably get another one in here. Handoff Baugh. No, they did. That was a good play. That was a quality effort. I might be able to dump this to KJ. KJ open, KJ in. He scores, and that's a passing touchdown. I'll take it. Oh my God, we are in the red zone again. What is happening? I've never seen our team play like this. It's 52-0. We just obliterated these fools. Oh my God. 52 spot. What happened? 5 interceptions for AJ Brand. You know what? That is on brand. Wow. They even benched him. John Slack came in and he threw a pick. 6 interceptions in this game. Dear God. Trash. I told you I wasn't worried about them. And I was right. Garbage. They should even be they should fold the program because of that loss. That's embarrassing. You shouldn't even deserve to have a campus after that. That is like just stop playing football at this point, because that was good Lord. 52 on your own field? Oh, good God. No, Lorenzo QT locked us out. Man. Devastating. Jaden Baugh's the player of the week in the Big Ten. Good for him. But a devastating lockout for Lorenzo QT. We fell behind too much. I could keep him. I should probably keep him on the board because he's got a week 13 with complimentaries. Oh my god, it's all crashing down. These pipelines are coming back to bite us. These pipelines are coming back in full force. We gotta get to that week 11 game. We got to. There's no other way we're gonna win these recruitments if we don't get to this week 11 game fast enough. Wow. I mean, we forced a recruiting battle. That's sick. I've seen the pipelines go crazy before, but this is incredibly insane. Like it's scary how how effective the pipelines are. Man. Man, 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 man. I don't know if we're going to get any of these 5 stars at the end of the day. We got to get to the week 11 game. And it's against Ohio State. I'm acting like it's a free win. It's against Ohio State. We take on Nebraska week 10. This one shouldn't be that difficult if we're playing off of the 6 interceptions we just had in the last game. We're the number 3 team in the country. Only a few games left to go in the season. I mean, obviously every game is a must win, but this one right before the week 11 visit week, it has to be a win. It cannot be a trap game. Taking on Nebraska in the land of corn, we can't lose this game. We have to win it. We're down 7-0. Okay, don't like that. Don't like that one bit. But we do have a chance here in the red zone. We're from the 5, and it's just a bunch of read option here. Do you know who our quarterback is? He's got no speed. Why would you call read option? It was always going to be handoff to Mitchell, so I don't know why they thought read option was a good idea there. Oh, we got to score. It just has to happen. We have to score. We cannot afford this game to be a loss. And it seems like they are not going to let me score, which a little rude, if I might add. I mean, come on. Don't you want to have fair contest? I don't like anything about this, but Michael Thomas III has hands of sponge. He catches everything. Soft, succulent hands for Michael Thomas III. God, he's so good. I may, in fact, love him. It's close. 3rd and 2, handoff to Baugh. Of course, I'm running the football with Jaden Baugh because he's a god. And he's going to take it down for a big, big gain. Red zone advantage. He's got 3 for 92. Clearly had a big-time breakout run before we jumped in. And oh my god, where's the blocking? Hello? Blocks? Are you there? Clearly not. Because that defensive tackle was in the backfield before I even handed the football off, really. Let me get that to KJ Duff. He's got speed. He gets a few yards. A touchdown and an interception for AJ. We already knew that he had the touchdown because we threw it. That's going to be wide open. R1 was also wide open, but Fleming has a big first down from the 4. And maybe we can just punch it in with Jaden Baugh. Handoff, Baugh. Get in there, Jaden. Oh, good tackle. And Jazz Coxey. Maybe he hurt his Coxey. I don't know. But he's injured. And we will start from the 1. Baugh, I need you to get in here. And he will. Clear as day. Untouched. 2-minute drill. Get some points. 47 seconds left. We're at the 5. Oh, this will be big. Going into half up 2 scores. It's got to happen. It's got to happen, and Jaden Baugh will maneuver his way in. Some fancy footwork. Kick a field goal. No thank you. 24-7. That's how often we beat Nebraska. Let's go with the Levels Mills. I'm thinking Scrap Richardson here. Although he's not open. Not open one bit. I'm going to throw it to him anyway. He caught it. 3rd and 8. It becomes a 4th and 4. And we give it back to Nebraska. 31-7. I like that. 31-14. Or 31-13, excuse me. All right, this one's over. This one is ogre. It's ogre, dude. Hand off to Baugh. He's going to... Dear Lord, these defensive tackles are insane. But 152 yards. Well, really just Tylen Coleman's insane. A huge performance for Jaden Baugh today. That's why we brought him in the portal. Because his performances like this. Look at Terrell Mitchell break a tackle. Dog. Bark, bark, and the woof, woof. 3rd and inches, Baugh comes back in. And he's going to get stuffed. I got the first down, but I kind of had an opening, then I panicked, and I tried to get too cute. It was all kinds of bad. Baugh is going to get stopped. But you know what? We don't really need to score here. And we're not going to... you know what? I'm going to snap it one more time. Because even if I fumble and they return it, it's not like it's going to win the game for Nebraska. So we're just going to hand it off. And that is going to be the football game. We will win 31-13 on the road. And it ends up not being the trap game that it could have been. And we will head to Week 11 undefeated. And welcome in the Buckeyes to Shit Stadium. Oh, man. Huge week. The biggest week of all time, really. Where do we stand on the recruitments? It's all over. The recruiting class has crumbled. The recruiting class has legitimately crumbled. Ron Brake chose Oregon. Russ Buggs chose Georgia. Bryce Brooks locked us out. Cummings chose Maryland. QT locked us out. We already knew that, but we have him on there for the Week 13. Wow, we legitimately lost every single person I was going after. Oh my god. Wow, 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 wow. I'm going to keep these guys on because we have them for Week 11, and we need the benefits to try to help out Rashawn Bertrand, who's about to go to LSU. I cannot believe I'm legitimately going to lose everybody. These pipelines are actually crazy. Wow. Wow, man. It's insane how good pipelines are for the big schools. If you have a platinum tier pipeline and you're a Georgia or an LSU or somebody of that ilk, you are just going to win. I can't put a kicker on campus, can I? No. I can't put a kicker on campus. But since Temple is actively recruiting him, I will put some extra hours on him. Just try to keep them away. And why is people recruiting my special teamers? What are we doing here? This is not what you're supposed to be doing. You don't recruit against somebody for a special team guy. Oh, the pipelines. I hate them. The pipelines. I really do. I despise these pipelines. I wish they didn't exist. Cesar Alonso's gone. He's going to go to USC most likely. Man. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Now Donnie McCaskill is getting recruited by somebody I don't like. Stay away from my guys. Why don't they see my team name on next to the guy recruiting and they say, you know what? We're going to respect you and not go after him. Why is that not a thing? Because it clearly it needs to be. We're going to go after Brenton Pounds. We're going to go after this guy because why the F not? And I thought I saw a 4-star safety. I did. Moffitt and Niles Tobin are still on the board, have not been recruited just yet. Oh, never mind. Amani Moffitt is gone. Take him off the board. Good thing I didn't use anything. Niles Tobin's another story. There's a possibility for him. It's a little late, but there's a possibility. He still hasn't even gotten his top 5 yet, so maybe we can figure something out there. But this recruiting class has crumbled. I'll say that much. And now we go into the biggest week of the season against Ohio State. It's at home, thankfully, but we need to win, not only to keep our chances of going to the Big Ten Championship alive. We are the only team that's undefeated so far in the conference. We need to win this game for everything. Everything is on the line. Team stuff is on the line, individual stuff is on the line, recruiting stuff is on the line. It's the biggest game of all time. Number 2 versus number 4, the biggest game of this series. And we're up 7-0 already. The Buckeyes tie it at 7. I don't like this at all. I don't like this one bit, man. I really don't. Piscataway. Jaden Ball on a 3rd down. Does he have what it takes to get it? The ball's out. Who's got it? Nobody has it. The Buckeyes have it. Oh, Jaden, tell me you didn't fumble. Please. Tell me you did not fumble that football, Jaden. Oh, it's so hard to see. Is that a butt fumble? Where's the football? The ball is out. Does he have it? What is this animation? I don't even know, man. He's phased through number 79. What? I gotta challenge it. I gotta challenge it. But I don't know what happened. Okay, it worked out in our favor. It wasn't a fumble technically. I don't even know what happened. He was phased through the offensive lineman. Insane happenings right now. But it worked in our favor. We get the football back. It's not a fumble. And KJ Duff needs to have speed here. You need to have more speed than that. But still, it's a big first down. It works out. Saras already has a touchdown in this game. We just need the guys to be the guys. And that's going to be Jaden Ball. Broken tackle, Jaden Ball. God tier. God tier. God tier. Oh, Jaden. Legendary. Legend, wait for it, dairy. We're going to try to punch it in. Timeout called by Ohio State. Shit. Can we get in? It's Terrell Mitchell in now. Can Mitchell get in from the 2? Ball was unsuccessful. So is Mitchell. Good Lord. Marcel Reed is the Ohio State quarterback? What? That's an insane transfer. But Ball will get in on 3rd down. We take the lead back. Oh, God, this is disgustingly intense. I don't like it at all. I don't like one bit how intense this game is. But we need to play well in defense. We're not playing well in defense. Buckeyes tie it. Oh, my God. I'm going to be sick. I'm actually going to be sick because the Buckeyes are just easily walking down the field on us while we're struggling every single iota of effort. That's Terrell Mitchell. The angle works to perfection. That's one of the best halfback angles I've ever had. That was an insanely good angle. Oh, come on, come on. Roll out, roll out. Just hit the running back. Get a block. Mitchell. Good tackle. Was that JT Tuimoloau? Number 44? I got to send Scrap deep. It's got to happen. They're going to cover it, but I was prepared for that because I was never going to Scrap. I was always going to Dorian Fleming. Mind games. Mind games. And I got to go to the beautiful man, Michael Thomas III. It's got to happen. He's open. He's got it. 2nd and inches. At this point, I'd like a few inches from Michael Thomas III. Big first down from him. He got those inches. He got them. Michael Thomas III has inches, that's for sure. He's got plenty of inches. And we're going to go to Dorian Fleming, who's got some strong hands. Strong hands for Dorian. Under 30 seconds in the half. Got to score. It's got to happen. Johnston's open. R1 was also open, but Johnston scores the touchdown. We take the lead at the end of the half. But the Buckeye the Buckeye offense is relentless. They score again. It is back and forth and back and forth. 21 all. First down, we're going to get that to Scrap. He's got a good gain. It is a quarterback battle between Reed and Saras. Handoff, Baugh. He's going to get in. Baugh, no! He got stood up. That was a great tackle. I thought I was going to easily get in there. Tried to overpower. Maybe I should have hurdled or something. But the handoff and Baugh is in this time. And we score fairly quickly on that drive. Can the defense step up? I think the defense stepped up. Oh my god, the defense. They stepped up. And I really want to take a shot, but it wasn't there. I wanted to shoot that to Richardson, but I just didn't think it was there. That's a really back-breaking thing happening there. Because then the Buckeyes go and they score. I really needed to score on that drive, or at least take advantage of that drive. Because for the one time the Buckeyes don't score, we don't score. And now we got to try to win on a field goal or a touchdown or something. I don't know what it's going to be. Oh, I hate this. I really do. Oh, but Mitchell with a huge run. Absolutely massive run. Such a large run. Oh, man. Oh, that's a break the scale type of run. That's how large and massive that run was. We get to the 2-minute warning. The Buckeyes are going to be scared. They're going to start calling timeouts, try to stop us. But we just got to keep pounding, keep grinding, and do stuff like this. Get first downs every single time. Although they're not calling a timeout immediately here. Maybe they think they can play a little bit longer and have more time on the clock, but they're wrong. They are severely wrong. Although now they stop me and now they get it. Why is Brutus gyrating? 1:23 to go, 2nd and 11. That was a good stop on first down. They needed something like that, and they got it. And Baugh will get stood up again, but he fights forward. He got a yard out of that. Okay, the Buckeyes might have played this really well because they've stopped me on back-to-back runs for really no gain. They've done a good job. I hate it here. Give me Hooks. Hooks will get decent. That's the final timeout. Now, here's the real crazy part. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it because I want to win this game. And I don't think a field goal wins this game. KJ Duff will win us this football game. Boom! Oh my god, I'm hard. Wow, that was insane. Huge from KJ Duff. And all we need to do is get lined up. That's all we got to do. I'm going to let this drain to about 2 seconds. We're going to kick the field goal. Yeah, it's not a blowout with recruits on campus. I get it. But hey, it's a win against the number 4 team in the country. This was not easy. Trust me, if you could see, if my camera was more detailed, you'd be able to see the sweat dripping down. But that is a huge win at home against the Buckeyes. I almost want to say it's an upset, really. Even though we were the higher ranked team and at home, it feels like an upset. But that is just massive. It keeps us undefeated in the Big Ten. That's a lot of XP. 6,000 XP? Oh, please tell me that did something for the recruiting. Locked out on QT, obviously we knew. Fly, okay, alright. Alright. We take on UCLA. We are number 1 in the country, by the way. Bertrand, oh my god! Rashawn Bertrand really liked the visit, apparently. We get a plus 0% because we had a close game, but we get a 2 influence bar because it's the same tier opponent. We had 3 complimentary visits, and he really enjoyed the team meeting, so ends up being a huge visit week. But he's on campus this week to LSU. It might all go away. I can't handle this. We can take off these guys now because they served their purpose. They served their purpose. Flott is gone as well. You're gone. Oh my god, this recruiting class is falling apart. It legitimately is falling apart. I can't schedule any more visits, can I? Well, I can't schedule the Canon because we got the competitive, is it? But I can get Kevin Priest on campus, even though he is a 3-star. Are we really losing to this punter? Purdue? I've put 50 freaking hours on him. What is my hard sell? It's a B+, a B+, and a D-. I'm going to lose this punter. Are you kidding me? Do I have to legitimately go after another punter? I'm stunned right now that I have to legitimately recruit another punter. I mean, what is happening? How in the wide world of sports did I not get the one? This is the first time I've ever not gotten the first punter I've gone after. I'm actually stunned. I'm legitimately stunned that I'm not going to get this punter. You know what, Purdue? You want him so bad? You can have him, dog. I don't care. Cesar Alonso, on the other hand, he's gone, pretty much. He's either going to Texas or USC. So, Cesar Alonso, we can pull out of that recruitment. I can finally finish up some of these guys that have been here for a while. That's not what I wanted to do. That's just what I took off. Oh, we had high aspirations for this recruiting class, and it crumbled, if we're being honest. It did. It crumbled, but what are you gonna do? We're Rutgers at the end of the day. We are Rutgers at the end of the day. Do we really expect to bring in a top class with a bunch of 5-stars and everything? Probably not, but 2 games left to go in this season, UCLA and then a rivalry against Maryland. If we win this game, we've pretty much secured a spot in the conference championship, even with a loss to Maryland, I would assume. It's tough, though. We really can't afford to lose either of these games. But we'll figure out what happens. Let's go into it and beat UCLA. They're not good. Taking on UCLA on the road. We do get to play in the Rose Bowl, which is kind of cool. Even though it's not the technical Rose Bowl game. I don't know if have I played here in the Rose Bowl against UCLA? I've played in the Rose Bowl game, like the bowl game, but I don't know if I've played against UCLA at just one of their home games. I'm not sure. I probably have, but I can't remember. So to me, this is the first time. KJ Duff, end zone, touchdown. He's so big. I'm so sad that he's leaving after the year because he's a huge player. He's been so good this year, even with his injury. He's still been great. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't want RPO. Trust me, I don't. I'd rather have play action. You know how much I don't like play action. And that's why. But I honestly didn't have anything there, so. Just the amount of play calling is frustrating. Owen Chambliss, though. We're familiar with him from East Delaware. That's a big throw and a catch from the dog. Michael Thomas III with a big catch. And we're going to try to punch this in with Jaden Baugh, and he is in. Touchdown again. We lead big by UCLA. They can't handle us. 28-0. Yeah, this is how I expected it to go. 28-7 now. We do have a tendency to allow points in the second half. We kind of take our foot off the gas, and it looks like we've done that again. 28-14. Better jump in here and try to get some extra points. 3rd and 5 from the 26. Is this KJ Duff or is this Terrell Mitchell here? Probably Mitchell. Yeah, Mitchell's wide. Mitchell's wide. He's got it. Big first down. And we end up putting it on the board, 35-14, and that should do it, and it does. Huge win on the road. We are 8-0 in the conference. We have our rivalry game against Maryland next up, our final regular season game of the year. But that win, I'm not sure, but it should put us with a guaranteed spot in the Big Ten Championship for, I think, the first time ever. Which is huge. Actually huge. And a recruitment. James Weeks, the kicker, commits. Great. Fantastic. Glad you're here. Big rivalry. Maryland's actually solid. They're 17th in the country. How did that visit go for Bertrand? Oh, LSU forced a recruiting battle and they dominated. They killed me. I'm not going to get a single player that I wanted. I'm going to get CJ Byam. Actually, you know what? I got to actually put all my hours in on him now, don't I? And I'm going to get George. So we're going to get 2 5-stars. But when we had a possibility of like 5, it hurts. It hurts not getting these guys. Recruiting is difficult. Yes, it is. Recruiting is so difficult. It really is. We should still be able to bring in a solid class. And we still have the portal, obviously, so... The class is not dead yet. There's still a chance for some extra 4 stars to be added and all that kind of stuff. And who knows who the portal has for us. But I really wanted, man. I really wanted those dudes. I wanted those dogs. But it's not going to happen. See if we can get in the battle for some extra guys. Final regular season game of the year against Maryland. It's a rivalry game. We're at home. We have recruits on campus. And let's just finish out undefeated. I'd really like that. Final game of the year, regular season-wise. But this one does hold some extra weight. This is a rivalry game. It means a lot. We have recruits on campus. So obviously it means more. And it's cold, 36 degrees here in Piscataway. That's not the right decision, but Michael Thomas III, I love you so much. Have my children, Michael Thomas, because you are super sexy. I mean, the amount of... I mean, I just want to feel your hands, dog. You got some strong hands. Big first down for Terrell Mitchell. We couldn't do anything with it. Now we're at the 1. Can we punch it in? I don't know why we couldn't do anything with it earlier. Handoff. Baugh is in. Touchdown, Rutgers. So we get on the board. But it doesn't seem like Maryland can do much. At least not in the first half. But we know our defense tends to give up points in the second half. We've seen that all season. Oh, how did he tackle me? I thought I got around him. Ohio State won the game because we know that the cheaters are fraudulent by the score that we put up. 50 points on them earlier in the season. So we knew that they were fraudulent. Oh, what a throw from Saras. Big throw. And I don't honestly know if I'm saying his name right. I'm just going to continue to say Saras because I have honestly no idea how to pronounce it. I could be saying it right, but I doubt I am. I never really say any name right. We have 2 timeouts. Got to run a little hurry up here. It's got to be KJ. Big first down. I'm going to call my second timeout. Just to get a fresh look out there. We're the number 1 seed. That's huge. We are the number 1 overall seed in the bracket right now. That's a pick. I really didn't even see what I was doing there. God, I'm so stupid. What was I doing? I honestly, I don't even know. So don't ask me. That's the first pick I've thrown in, like, jump-ins today, which is nice. Usually I throw a lot more. But I honestly don't know what I was looking at there. Square was never open, and I still throw it because I'm a jabroni. You guys know I tend to stay to my underneath mesh spots, and when I venture out, it doesn't usually go well, but sometimes it does. Scrap Richardson touchdown. He won on the press, and he gets it. And a good enough throw from AJ. 14-3, fourth quarter action. 14-9. All right, Maryland is making this a little bit closer than I like. We're just going to have to take some time, wear them down, and win this football game. Handoff, Jaden Baugh. I didn't like anything about that run from the handoff, so it just all kinds of sucks. but it does a job. It takes the time down, and Ba will get a better carry on that one. And now the timeouts are starting to get used by the Terrapins. 3rd and 4. Do they have what it takes to stop KJ Duff? They don't. KJ's open. First down. That's a back-breaking first down for Maryland. That's a first down that pretty much ends a ball game. Now, I would like to put more points on the board to secure a more efficient win. But here at Shea Stadium, I don't know if that's going to be possible. I guess we'll just take what the defense gives us. If they give us a look that looks like a possible touchdown, I'll take it. But if they don't, I'll keep running it down their throat without consent and winning this game. Because at this point, the recruiting class is kind of in the toilet. I don't want to be so negative about the recruiting class, but I should have known that it wasn't going to end up as star-studded as I initially thought at the beginning of the season, because it never does. Even with good teams that I use, because I'm not good at recruiting. But I thought that maybe we could end up with some big-time players, and it just didn't end up playing out that way, which does honestly suck, and that sucks because that's a sack. I honestly don't even know what I was doing on that. And that puts us in a weird spot because Maryland's going to get the football back, but they don't. Did they win? What happened? No, we win the game 14-9. Okay, so we end up winning the game. We hold on. We get the rivalry win. We stay undefeated. A perfect season in the regular season. That's huge. We will have a guaranteed spot in the Big Ten Championship. We might have already had one. We might have already been locked in, but that confirms it. We go perfect 9-0 in the conference. We will play in the Big Ten Championship against either Oregon or Penn State or USC. There's a lot of congestion. George, we get a 5-star. George Umodu has committed. Barry Vales, a 4-star right tackle, has committed. Kevin Priest has committed. So we build up that offensive line a little bit. Bertrand chose LSU. I hate pipelines, dog. Why are they so effective? And we will play Penn State in the Big Ten Championship, a team we have not played yet this year. Why are pipelines so freaking valuable, dog? Oh, I hate it. I hate it here. We still have a chance to get one extra 5-star, which is Byam. I was really banking on the fact that we had this locked up before, but it's taken a long time to get him. Now, we did take the points off, so that does affect why he hasn't committed already, but I wish he would just commit. Just freaking commit already, dog. Why are we gaining no influence on Derek Thrasher? Like, we haven't moved at all on him. I feel like we should have at least moved a little bit. What is your hard sell? It could be that one. It could be that one. I'm going to guess it's clocked in. At this point, we have nothing to lose. So I'm going to guess it's clocked in. Niles Tobin, we are climbing. So we'll keep that one. Donnell Algier. Not sure. Not too sure. But we'll see what we can do with him. We can toss a hard sell his way and hope that he likes it. We do have a D- in there, but maybe the 2 A's will counteract that. Cassius Cotton, I'll toss 50 on just for the fun of it. I'll toss 50 on you as well. I could hard sell you. I'll toss 50 on you, whatever. We have 85 hours left. Oh, mama. It's not going amazingly, is it? Pipelines are just insane, man. They are legitimately insane. We've seen it time and time again. I don't want a pure blocker. Pure blockers do nothing for me. 6'2" does nothing for me. That's a JUCO player. I'm not interested in JUCO players. I'll give Chad Biggs a try. We'll put him on the board. We need to put some more guards on the board too. And we still are going for the portal, so we don't have to freak out too much. How are there still some 4-stars uncommitted? That's very interesting. I don't think we can get in on the race, but very interesting. Another JUCO player. I'm just not interested in JUCOs. Maybe I am. I don't know. I don't usually like JUCOs. There's a 4-star that's not committed yet? Tickle me intrigued. Let me go down the board, offer scholarships to everybody here. And then if we have the hours, we can go after some of the 4-stars, but I don't think we're going to have the hours this week. And it is getting close to early National Signing Day. We might have put these guys on the board a little too late. We do have a few hours remaining, so maybe I can get in slightly on a couple extra 4-stars. Probably not, though. Did I only put one 4-star on the board? I could have sworn I put another 4-star on the board. What the world? I guess I only put one 4-star. I thought I put 2 on here. I did. Ben Swift. I knew I put 2 on here. I just couldn't, for some reason, couldn't read. I knew I put 2 on here. All right, let's simulate and see what happens. Will CJ Byam commit before the offseason? He hasn't yet. And a couple of guys locked us out. Yeah, we just kind of got in too late on them. And now here's the Big Ten Championship game. So, great. Love that. We get locked out on you. We get locked out on you. That's 50 hours. Nebraska may have this in the bag already, but I'm going to still try. Tony Riggs we're looking good on. Robert Kirkland. Try. We'll see what happens. How is the Byam going? He's so close. Just commit already, dog. Why are you taking so long? Just ease my suffering. We have gotten a contract extension. We have 37 skill points. I didn't realize we had so many. We can continue to build into Motivator and make sure that everybody stays hot through timeouts. And now we can decide who's going to get off-season training boosts. I'm going to go quarterback. I think that's the main thing, because we still don't know who our quarterback is going to be. But now it's the Big Ten Championship. I'd love to win this, secure the #1 seed in the college football playoff, and have a big playoff run. Oh, but it's Penn State, man. This is going to be tough. Thankfully, it's a neutral site, but who knows how this game's going to go. The Big Ten Championship. For the first time in Rutgers Dynasty, we are here. It is against Penn State, but we are undefeated. Unblemished. This season. Kind of to everybody's surprise. Like, nobody probably thought at the beginning of the season that this Rutgers team would be undefeated and be in the Big Ten Championship. Even though we've had some really good seasons the first 2 years, probably didn't think we'd be in this spot. I didn't think we'd be in this spot. I thought we'd be a good team again, competitive team again. That's what I said at the beginning of the year, but I didn't think we'd be as competitive as we are. A possibility. I mean, we have championship aspirations at this point. We have championship aspirations. Thank God that Penn State defensive lineman or linebacker overcommitted the route. Or he could have shut me down. But we have championship aspirations. I mean, we are a legitimate contender like I wanted to be at the beginning of the season when I was talking in the intro. And that is a reality. LeVar Arrington, oh my God, I forgot that he had a kid playing for Penn State. Maybe he doesn't play, maybe he transferred in, but I forgot that he had a kid that's playing college football, is what I should say. As Jaden Baugh powers in to the end zone, we lead 14-0. Although they might have scored right there. They did. Okay, they got points, but it's a minute 50, and we have all of our timeouts. A 2-touchdown lead would be perfect headed into the halftime locker room. Scrap Richardson, 2nd and 1. I would love a 2-score lead. Knowing how our defense plays at times, I would love a 2-score lead, but they stopped me there. Chaz Coleman, good player. It's got to be KJ Duff. It always was KJ Duff. That wasn't even KJ Duff. That was Dorian Fleming, by the way. Wow, I didn't think he'd get a hand on that. That was number 11. Penn State does have a history with number 11s. That's wide open. Of course it is. It's Michael Thomas the third. Who else am I going to trust in that situation? Grunkenmeyer is the quarterback still. 3 years deep into this. Hand off to Baugh. He gets a couple, but they're really starting to figure out the run game here. And I don't much appreciate it. I wish that they didn't figure it out. We're going to go to Michael Thomas because, of course, we are. He's got a big first down. We have all of our timeouts, so I could call one if I wanted to, but I'm going to let it ride for here. And I'm going to hit Scrap Richardson most likely on the same route. And he's open. He got a natural pick. Touchdown, Rutgers. The natural pick comes in huge. We go into the second half. We have the ball again. Good Lord. 21-7. Things are moving below the equator right now. We're going to get hooks involved, and they didn't block. I really wish my guys would block sometimes. It's got to be... Oh, we dropped one. Michael Thomas never drops. That's got to be AI. Michael Thomas doesn't drop. That had to have been fake. Like they put something in my brain to make me see something that actually didn't happen, because that's not something that does happen. He doesn't drop passes. He's got the hands of a god. We do put the field goal on the board, which is huge, 24-7, but I think Penn State scored. They did. So it's 24-14 as we have one play left in the third quarter. We are a quarter away from Big Ten championship and a number 1 seed in the college football playoff. Man, Rutgers has never been this good. I don't know what to do with my hands right now. We are sitting on a gold mine of Rutgers football right now, and I don't know how to react, really. We've never been in this situation before where we have a team that is on the cusp. A team that is on the cusp of a championship. And not just a bowl championship, an actual meaningful championship that we can add to the trophy cabinet and be proud of. 3rd and 3, handoff to Mitchell. He's going to get by everybody, and he's going to try to fight, but he just doesn't have that dog in him like Jaden Baugh does. And we will bring in that dog. And we will bark, and we will woof. Into the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Rutgers. We continue our lead. It is getting late for Penn State. 31-14. Finish it. Finish it. It's over. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights are the Big Ten champions for the first time ever. Wow. We've done it. We have turned this program around. Can we catapult this into a national title? I mean, it's going to be tough. But Big Ten champions is a great place to start. A perfect season in the Big Ten, a perfect season overall. And we will head to the playoffs. We get the bye, the number 1 seed. How CJ Byam has not committed already is beyond me. I don't know what else I have to do. I've done everything. Mukwamu gets an award. I didn't see what that was. It was Player of the Week. That's what it was. We've earned the bye. Well, it's week 16. This is the Army-Navy game or something? Oh, thank God. Oh, no, it's not even CJ Byam. Jameel Ikanem commits. AJ Nortman, the wide receiver, 6'6" or whatever, 6'5", whatever he was. Byam still has not committed. Dog, what else do I have to do? It's going to go to the offseason, isn't it? The one guy that I wanted to finish the quickest is the one that's going to take the longest. Heisman Trophy is CJ Carr. I'm not even sure who that is, but he plays for Pitt. Jaden Baugh wins the Doak Walker. That's awesome. 1,400 yards and 7 touchdowns. We only win 1 award. Early National Signing Day is here, but we don't have freaking Byam. Why? Because Texas is making a push. That's why. It's going to take till the offseason, I think. And I'm gonna be sick if we don't get him. I've been so confident that we're gonna get him that if we don't end up having him, I'm gonna lose my mind. Thrasher chose Pitt. We get locked out on you. Yeah, this recruiting class is fine, but it certainly could have been better. We've ended up racking up a few guys, but it could have been way better. But we kind of fumbled it, if I'm being honest. We kind of fumbled the class. But that's what the offseason's for. We'll see what we can do. Let's simulate to the second week of bowl week. We got our quarterfinal game. And we are taking on the Trojans in the Rose Bowl. We just played here against UCLA, so we come back. And we will take on UCLA. Or not UCLA. We will take on USC. So it's us versus USC. We did end up getting the 1 seed, like I said. It is Miami versus Texas, 2 versus 10 in the Peach Bowl. Clemson versus Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl, 3 versus 11. And 4 versus 12, Pitt versus TCU. So all of the higher seed, the higher number, all of the lower seeds won their game. Texas beat Penn State, Boise beat Alabama, USC beat Oregon, and TCU beat the Buckeyes. I don't know if that's ever happened in one of my sims before, where all of the lower seeds win. I guess it gives us a little bit of a benefit. All Americans we can take a look at. I would assume it's, Jaden Ball wins it for national. First team. Second team, Bryce Underwood is quarterbacking Clemson. Okay. No other national All-Americans. A little disrespectful, I'd say. I mean, we are in the best team in the Big Ten. We get Jaden Ball on the Big Ten first team. Second team, we get LJ McCray and Kaba. And then freshman, we get Breida, who shouldn't have played. I thought I had a red shirt on him. I don't know how he got here. Let's take a look at stats before we have our playoff run. We do have the Big Ten championship stats to add to this. But AJ Sarras, I ended up giving him the reins for the whole season. 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 1,200 yards. I think it's a lot boiled down to this offensive playbook just doesn't simulate very well for quarterbacks, like for passing yards. So, and touchdown numbers, because these are diabolical. But I don't think we have our quarterback on our roster. I really don't. But I think we can win a national championship, which is very weird. It's a very weird dynamic. Running, I mean, this is why we're going to win the national championship if we do. It's because Jaden Baugh has 1,400 yards and 28 touchdowns. He's a dog. Receiving, Richardson's been huge. Michael Thomas, obviously, we know how big he's been. KJ Duff's been great. Fleming's been great. Love my receiving core. Defensively, DJ Pickett's the leading tackler. Okay, Mukwamu is right there with 57 as well. Tackle for loss leader is McCray with 10. Wynn has 10 as well. Sack leader is Wynn and Clayton with 4. And then interception numbers, DJ Pickett ends up having 4. Xavier Brown had 3, but he got hurt for a couple of games. He missed 2 as he got 11 games played. All right, so those are the stats. Those are the numbers. And it's time to play the Rose Bowl, the quarterfinal. Our first ever playoff game in this dynasty. Can we win it? I'd like to think we could. We are in the Rose Bowl for the quarterfinal game of the CFP against USC. And it's our second time here in, about a month? We were just here against UCLA, so we have some good history here in this season. We should be able to catapult that into another win on this field. We're in a good spot here, though. 1st and 10 from the 18. First time we're playing USC this year. We didn't play them either. So we played Penn State in the Big Ten Championship. We didn't play them. And then we play USC. At least we're getting some new games, new teams. But KJ Duff coming up clutch, as he always does. And that is offside. Nobody's covering Michael Thomas. We'll take that free play and get, 5 yards extra? Thank you, number 25. I appreciate that. I don't know why they do that. Why is that coded in where the corners just walk offside? I don't understand. It makes no sense. I mean, I like it when it happens for me, but I've never seen it happen on one of my players. I've only ever seen it happen for the CPU. I don't know if it can happen for a user. Oh God, USC is ready to stop the run. They are prepared. But are they prepared for hooks? They're not. Hooks, touchdown. Beautiful. Perfection. Perfection. 2-minute drill gets some points. 14-3. 21-3. 28-3. And nobody's ever blown a 28-3 lead. 35-3. 42-3. This is like the game against the cheaters. 42-3. I think it's safe to say we are a legit championship team. If we're putting 42 on USC in what is basically a home game, that is insane. Wow. Sometimes this team is legit. Other times we're scrapping for wins. Other times we are legit. And Jaden Baugh has set the single season rushing touchdown record, so he beat Ray Rice. Good for him. It's the first time Ray Rice has been beat. He knows a little bit about that, but it's on the other foot. And we will beat USC, move to the semifinals of the playoffs. We really, what is it, Pitt or TCU, I think, are the two teams. Give me TCU, please. Although maybe I don't want TCU. Oh, God, it is going to be TCU. I don't know if I want them anymore because they've had a miracle Cinderella run. They've been the underdog. I mean, they beat the Buckeyes in the first round, and that was they had to go to the shoe. And then they beat the Heisman Trophy winner. They've beaten number 5 and number 4 seed. I don't know if, I mean, they might be the giant killers today. I'm a little bit terrified of that. I actually kind of wanted Pitt. Okay. Well, here we go. Nothing else to lose. It's the Orange Bowl. We win this, we play for a national championship. But TCU is on kind of a heater right now. Who knows what's going to happen? It is absolutely massive. We begin today in the Orange Bowl against TCU. And we are looking to go to the national championship. We win this game, and we just do that. It would be super sick. I kind of screwed up that route. That's my fault. It would be super sick if we could win the national championship. But I just want to play in it, really. I want to get there. I want to feel the rush. KJ Duff, he got a big first down catch right there. Maybe AJ was the guy, but it's hard to tell how our team would do with each quarterback in there because, to be fair, all three of them kind of played the same. All three of them would have had very similar, if not completely identical numbers if we were to give them as many snaps or as many starts as we gave Saras. So it's not like AJ was just so, oh my God, what a pancake. It's not like AJ was so much more dominant, and that's why we're playing in this game. To be fair, we've had such a good season with Jaden Baugh that we probably get here regardless of who the quarterback is. But I just can't believe we're here. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. 10-0 on TCU. TCU gets a score. It's 10-7. I don't like that very much. 14-10. We didn't kick the field goal there. I don't like that either. Oh, all right. From the 12, we're down by 4. This is the first time we've been down in a while. Oh, Michael Thomas, wide open. Michael Thomas got rocked, but he got the first down. I thought he was going to walk in. We're going to fake that and hand it to Mitchell, and that was just all kinds of stupid. What was I doing there? Why was that ever a play call? Texas and Clemson are the teams battling on the other side of the bracket in the semifinal. I don't really want to play either of them, but I got to beat TCU first. Jaden Baugh, man, he's a dog. He's so good. I think TCU scored. No, 17. Okay, they got a field goal. 17-17. And it's down to us. TCU has given us the football back. It is 17-all. And all we need is a field goal. And that's Michael Thomas III. 2-minute warning. 2 minutes. Dos Minios. That's wide open. Underneath, it's Hooks. I'm going to try to track back to the middle of the field here. And we are going to turn on that shoe clock. We got a shoe clock like it. Our lives depend on it. Because all we need is a field goal. And look at Jaden Baugh, man. Look at Jaden Baugh. Here come the timeouts. I mean, that's heartbreaking for TCU fans. That big of a run. That is absolutely heartbreaking. I know how it feels. I've been in that spot before as a Ohio State fan. Oh, man. And now they're using their timeouts up. As long as we can line this up middle of the goalpost here, we should be good. There's the final timeout. A first down ends this game. Let's just be real. A first down ends this ball game. Handoff, and we're not going to get that first down, and it's an injury to one of our own players. That's actually really bad. The fact that you got injured right there, you got to walk to the sideline before you collapse. You cannot get hurt there. And it's over. What happened? Yes! 20-17, we hold on. Oh, man, we are playing for a national title. I can't believe it. Oh, my God, I can't believe this. We're actually playing for a national championship. We've rebuilt Rutgers so amazingly. Really through the portal. This was a different type of rebuild. We did it through the portal mostly, and not through high school recruiting, which is how I tend to do it. Kaba gets Player of the Week in the Big Ten. We're the only Big Ten team playing, so it's not hard. And both they're going to win of the national and of the conference. And we take on Texas. Clemson went down. And we take on 3-loss Texas for the national championship. I can't believe we're here. We are the #1 team in the country. We are the #1 seed. We are undefeated, 15-0. We have one more game. It's the national championship. If we win this, I mean, that's the rebuild, right? Let's figure it out. I can't believe we're here, but against all odds, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights are playing for a national championship. It seems incredibly impossible that we're here, but I mean, we're the undefeated #1 team in the country. We clearly deserve to be here. It just kind of doesn't feel like it. It feels a little weird that we're here already, but we've done a great job in the portal the past couple of years, bringing in guys, including Jaden Baugh, who really is the source of why we are where we are. And if we are to win a national chess, he's lined up offside again, so we're going to get a free play here. But it's not going to matter. It's a touchdown. Jaden Baugh, he's so good. Oh, man. But if we win this national championship, we're able to hold on and win this national championship, then I probably will still do the... I'll still do the off-season, but I probably will not do another season after this. Sometimes we do go and play another season, a final season after we've won a national championship, but at this point, we don't really have any young guys that we want to see their careers finish out, because a lot of our guys that we've come to know and love are some of the original players from this team, and we've kind of seen their careers as Scrap Richardson makes a huge catch. We are seeing their careers, and Jaden Baugh is going to be graduating this year. KJ Duff is gone, so it's kind of a weird one. This is such a different vibe than the past full season dynasties that I've done, because one, it hasn't taken me as long. Usually it takes me 3 or 4 years, maybe even 5 years to get a championship. This time it's taken me 3 to get here and possibly win it. I still haven't. I'm not saying that I'm gonna win it, but I'm in a really good spot. And we've built through the portal. It's not like we've recruited that amazingly. We have a couple of 5 stars, but it's not like we've recruited as well as we have in the past in different full season dynasties. And they really stopped me, didn't they? I thought I was going to be able to get in at least once. We'll take the points, I guess. That drive started out really, really well. Just to end in 3 points is kind of disappointing. But we have the ball at the start of the third quarter, and we have it in the red zone at the 2. That's a great start to the quarter and start the second half, I'll say that. But, oh my God, this Texas defensive line is not letting me run. We're going to have to shake things up because they are clearly stopping the run. That is very evident. But can they stop the power of KJ Duff? Not many people can. Big touchdown. It's going back and forth. I don't know what the scoreboard says. It's 17-7, fourth quarter action. Wow, this is kind of insane. We've just been that team this year. It's weird. We've just been that team. That team that finds ways to win when we need to, and that is Michael Thomas III. It wouldn't be right if Michael Thomas III didn't end it with a national championship touchdown. He's been unbelievable this year, so it's well deserved. 24-7, and there it is. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights are national champions for the first time ever. Unless they won it back in like the 70s or something. I have no idea, but as far as I can remember, they don't have one. But maybe they do. I don't know, honestly. And I don't care to know. But we have one. What I care about is winning one here. And that might be it for the Rutgers Dynasty. 3 seasons? I mean, we killed the portal. That's all that we did. We brought in so many good players in the portal, including Jaden Baugh, the reason we're here. And you know what? AJ Sarras played really well in that game. He had some good throws. Rutgers is at the top of the football world. Who would have thunk it? And he gets player of the game, MVP, national championship MVP. He deserved it. He played really well. He had some big throws. That Scrap Richardson throw at the end of the half was huge, even though it led to a field goal. It was still huge. The KJ Duff touchdown was huge. And we will be national champions. And like I said, I will do the offseason just to kind of solidify the whole video. But a national title in year 3 is not what I expected. I'm happy. I'm beyond happy. But that's kind of insane, actually. Kind of insane as I have to charge my phone real quick. Nicholas Clayton gets player of the week defensively. Good for him. He also gets national. He had a big game in the national championship. And Michael Thomas III, 3 catches, 62 yards, and that big touchdown. I mean, it doesn't get bigger than that. And then here we are, 3 seasons. A&M won the first one. Then Georgia got the second, and we get the third. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Let's move to the offseason, see what the transfer portal has for us, because that's really where we've been. That's where we made our money in this rebuild. High school recruiting was fine, but portal recruiting was where we made our money. Scrap Richardson wants to go to the NFL. He's projected round 3. Brian DeMarco wants to transfer via playing time. Dog, you're probably going to play next year, if we were to go next year. Vigna wants to go for pro potential. Lorenzo Yusuf wants to leave for playing time. Deion Hodges, playing time. And Bryce Kropog, playing time. You know what, Bryce? You probably have the biggest, like, an actual argument for playing time because we have guys still ahead of you. So I'm going to try for Scrap Richardson. It's failed for him. I'm going to try for Vigna. It's going to bring him back. That's actually really big. I'll try for all these guys because we have enough persuasions. We get Yusuf back. Okay. What about Hodges? Hodges comes back too. We have very low and they both come back. Okay. What about Bryce Kropog? Nope. Kropog will leave. I'm going to change this so that Brian DeMarco can come back. So we'll fix that in a second because he's probably going to play. So the quarterbacks are coming back and staying. DeMarco's going to come back. Jaden Baugh is going to the NFL as a projected round 1 talent. You deserve it, dog. You were huge. Arguably the reason we won the title. Iverson Hooks is graduating. We know that Scrap is going to the NFL for some reason. KJ Duff, first round projection. Johnson's graduating. Fleming, round 2 projection. Our pro potential is going to be huge. This guy, Solatoa, is graduating. So is Ryan Blum. We know our offensive line's leaving. That's why we had to go for the offensive line in the recruiting. Our entire starting offensive line's graduating. Yusuf is coming back. LJ McRae's graduating. Robinson, Jacques, 3 corners leaving. Zabian Brown, first round pick. Bo is a 5th rounder. And then 3 safeties graduate. Wait. Jamarly Riddle graduates with the red shirt. Shouldn't the red shirt mean? Oh. I for some reason I thought that if you put a red shirt on a senior, they'd still stay, but they're still a senior at the end of the day, so they're still gonna graduate. Just because a red shirt doesn't keep them around. Oh, that sucks. I wasted that red shirt then, and I wasted Jamarlee Ridley's season. Sorry, dog. That's my bad. Kerry Brown, fifth round projection, kicker and punter both graduating. All right, let's go fix the Brian transfer. We just got to go to league settings, and we got to go to this and drop this all the way down to 0. Nope, not that. Was it on 20? I think it was on 20. So now the guaranteed staying. So we persuade him, and he's coming back. Okay, perfect. Because he's probably going to play. He's probably going to get a little bit of playing time. So transferring via playing time is not really a good move. So we will just move that back to 55. And now that we got him back, we can move on to see what the portal has for us. I mean, who doesn't want to come play for the national champions, right? The defending national champions could be a hot commodity. We'll see. How'd our draft results do? We get 3 first-round picks. Jaden Baugh, KJ Duff, and Xavier Brown all go first round. Fleming goes second round. Richardson goes 3. Kerry Brown goes 4, and so does Bo. That's going to do wonders for the pro potential. That's a big draft. That is a big draft. Okay, so CJ is still undecided. What's the portal look like? Show me the money. Show me das money. The best player in the class is Rashad Johnson Jr. He is a strong safety, and we need strong safety, so take him. Devin Sanchez is sexy. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, we'll go after him. Josiah Edmond, I'll put on the board. Malik Clark, I like Malik Clark from South Carolina Dynasty, so I'm definitely interested in him. Michael Van Buren Jr. Ooh. Tickle me intrigued. Isaiah Mosey, definitely. Treston Castro, definitely. Gideon Davidson, absolutely. Exodus Ayers, absolutely. That's a legendary name. Speaking of legendary names, LeBron Bond. You don't have to ask me twice, man. Aeneas Williams. Zay Robinson. I mean, I'm going all in, baby. I'm going as all in as you can physically go. Another quarterback from Notre Dame, Blake Herbert. Is that Justin related to Justin at all? Probably not. There's a right tackle we'll add to the board. Another running back. A center we could definitely be in on. And I got to take some of these bums off so we can hit the portal harder. Show me the bums, and I will show you off my board. Tevin's gone. I don't think we're going to get Kirkland, but I'll keep him on just in case. This JUCO can get out of here. Durbin's gone. Gesicki's gone. Harden we got to keep. Peter Crum is going to keep. Cheeseman gone. Tobin I'm going to keep. Cassius Cotton's gone. All right, that frees up a few more spots. Not too shabby, not too shabby. We can add some more portal players. Playa. All right, show me the good stuff here. Show me the good stuff. We got to get some offensive linemen. Are there any portal offensive linemen that want to come play for me? Zach Rasmussen, absolutely. Emerson Mandel, certainly. Moritz, don't have to ask me twice. And then Jackson Dunn. We need some outside linebackers too. So we'll toss Cameron Lindsay. DJ McClary, absolutely. And that is all we can go after. That's a lot of portal players. And we have 1,050 hours. I'm going to go separate these hours out. And I'll bring you guys back in when we have it ready to go and start simulating. So let me go figure this out. All right, I have separated my hours out. I have chosen guys to go after. And this is where I have 50 hours on basically everybody. And then 25 on a few different guys. We're going to see how that plays out. We're going to start advancing. and see where the recruiting goes. We've had good success the past couple of years in the portal. That's why we won a national championship, because we've had good success in the portal. So we will see how it plays out. We get locked out on a few different guys, but I think those are the guys that we just didn't have enough hours on. We earned ourselves something. It is talent developer. That's huge. If we were going super deep into this, talent developer would be big. I just need CJ Byam to go. Texas isn't even recruiting him anymore, so they've given up. They have given up. Riggs we're going to get too. That's nice. We need to get a visit schedule. I probably should have scheduled him a little bit earlier. That's my bad. I didn't know the other schools were going to schedule him so quickly. We're going to lose him probably. We're looking good for Johnson. We can get him on a visit. What's he like? He likes championship contender. Good news. We just won the national title. Oh, Devin Sanchez, baby. The Sanchez is close. The Sanchez is close to committing. We can get a nice little complimentary from Michael Van Buren. That needs 40. That sucks. Gideon, wow, we didn't get any boost on Gideon. That's kind of crazy, actually. We can swap to a full 50 on LeBron Bond. And we will move to week number 3 of off-season recruiting. I really hope that CJ Byam just commits. I mean, nobody else is even going after him. And there he is. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. CJ Byam, finally. Finally says yes. We've been going after him all year. I thought I was going to wrap it up as quickly as I could. It ended up taking almost the entire time. But another 5-star high school player is pretty sick. We'll try to get Niles Tobin. Crum is going to commit. All these guys are going to commit. Kirkland, he's probably going to commit to Washington, I would assume. We need to get Devin Sanchez quickly. What does his hard sell look like? It could be that one. Or it could be... No, it's only that one. Okay, which one was it again? It was this one, Gamer. All right, that's about as good as you can do. Hopefully that'll put us ahead of Oklahoma and A&M. Especially that week 3 visit. That should catapult us ahead. Ooh, a couple of competitive visits are not great, but we are going after a lot of corners, so it makes sense. Malik Clark, Van Buren. Okay, that week 2 with the complimentary between these two really helped them. Hopefully we can keep them happy. I'll switch to a hard sell. And it's going to be... Which one is it? Okay, it's probably... It's either aspirational goals or it's house call. I'm going to guess aspirational goals because that's a better one. That doesn't always mean that it's going to be that one, but I'm hoping. I'm praying. He likes playing time. Well, we have an A+ in playing time for you at wide receiver, dog. Castro's probably not coming here. Gideon Davidson. It's not looking good. Exodus Ayers. We're doing okay. I don't want to give a competitive to Devin Sanchez. We'll take you guys off the board. We're climbing for Jackson Dunn. But it's going to be tough. And we are climbing on Moritz. Maybe we can get him. Maybe we can't. I'm not sure. Nobody's going after Mandel. We have 10 hours left. I guess I'll put him on Robinson. I can't put him on Robinson. I guess I'll put him on somebody else then. Who can I put him on? I guess I can put him on one of these high school players. Let me put him on Teddy Grigsby. All right. We'll head to the final week. Week 4 of 4. What does it have in store for this whore? All right, we lose LeBron Bond. Ah, that's tough. He chose Oklahoma. I really wanted him specifically for the name, not for anything else. So we lose out on Moritz. That's fine. This guy locked us out. LeBron committed. Gideon Davidson has a deal breaker for playing time, apparently. Castro, we lost. Mosey, we lost. But we are in first for a few different people. And Devin Sanchez liked that visit, so hopefully that'll keep us in the lead for him. Did we already switch to a hard sell? Yeah, we did. Oh, but it was wrong. Good thing I caught that. So that means his hard sell is going to be the annoying one, right? Oh, actually, it's going to be an even better one. Probably. Okay. Kirkland is just not going to come here, even with the visit. There's simply no way. So that's going to be an annoying 4-star freshman that we're not going to get. But I probably just didn't go after him quick enough. We're going to get Tony Riggs. We're going to get you. We're going to get you. Tobin is just not going to come here. We've been battling with him all season. I don't even think a hard sell is going to work for him. I'll try it, but I don't think the hard sell is going to work. We're going to get Grigsby. We should get Rashad Johnson. Devin Sanchez should get here. Josiah Edmond, probably not. Even with the week 4 visit, it's probably not going to happen for him. I'll try a final hard sell, but I doubt that works. Probably not even the correct one. Malik Clark we're going to get. We forced a battle with Auburn for Michael Van Buren. We guessed right on his thing, although we probably already knew it. I don't remember. So we'll have to just see what Auburn does for him. Gideon Davidson is not going to come here. Exodus Ayers could. Although we can't get him on a visit because that's too complimentary. We're going to lose Zay Robinson. But the rest of these guys we should get. So we'll see how it plays out. We will see how it plays out. Who is going to end up being a Rutger Scarlet Knight? The only one I'm a little bit concerned about is the quarterback Van Buren. I think Auburn might make a push to the last second, but we'll find out right here. Devin Sanchez is a Scarlet Knight. That's huge. Malik Clark is a Scarlet Knight. Teddy Grigsby, we knew we were going to get. Same thing with Peter Crum. Shaquille Harden, we knew. He's the punter. Tony Riggs, we knew. All these guys we knew we were going to get. Emerson Mandel, we knew we were going to get. Rashad Johnson Jr. commits. That's nice. Exodus Ayers. Spike Sowles, a center. We needed another offensive lineman. Zach Rasmussen, another offensive lineman. But no Van Buren. No Edmond. Dunn chose Oregon. Van Buren chose Auburn. Another year where we just don't get a quarterback. I thought we had Van Buren, but I knew Auburn. There wasn't really anything else I could do. I knew Auburn was gonna make a push the last second. Yeah, they got a week 4 visit. That's tough. That is tough. But we end our year with a total of 20 in the class. It wasn't as good as it could have been. It ends up being the number 18 class in the country, 2 5-stars, 7 4-stars, 11 3-stars. It could have been better. It certainly could have been better. We missed out on a lot of different 5-stars that we really should have had. And we'll take a look at these final dev traits. Did I take a look at dev traits in signing day? I don't even know. Impact for CJ Byam. Star for Umodu. Elite for Barry Vowles. Velez? I don't know. Normal for Akanum. Impact for Kevin Priest. And for James Weeks. And for Nguanu, our first ever commit of the season. And for Nortman. And for Pounds. We're getting a lot of impact. Grigsby has normal. So does Peter Crum. Impact for Harden the punter. Normal for Riggs. Star for Rashad Johnson. And for Devin Sanchez. Impact for Malik Clark. Star for Exodus Ayers. And for Spike Sowles. Impact for Rasmussen. And star for Mandel. So a lot of impact. A few stars. And an elite. Not a horrible class, but not a great class by any means. Could have been better. So headed into the 4th year, if we even do a 4th year, I still don't know who our quarterback is, if I'm being totally honest. It might be AJ again. Don't know. At running back, it's going to be Terrell Mitchell and Brian DeMarco, for sure. And then Byam will probably get a little bit of playtime. At wide receiver, Michael Thomas III, Eugene Hilton will get some big play time, Malik Clark, Stephen Murray. I like our wide receiver room a lot. A lot of juniors, though. A lot of juniors. At tight end, we definitely need to move that one wide receiver that we were looking at, Nortman. He needs to go to tight end. So AJ Nortman will be a tight end. And I think that's everybody. Yeah, that's the only guy we were looking at. So those are our tight ends now. It's not great, but Akanum's a freshman and he's pretty solid. So offensive line, not super happy with it. Can we move Carson Lacey to guard? Yeah, that might have to be what we do, just to give us a better starting guard than 69 overall. Right guard, we got a bunch. Let's move one of the freshmen to left guard. You're a 65 at left guard. What is the other one? Also 65. So we'll just move one of them. Doesn't really matter. Give a little bit more depth. Right tackle, we got a freshman playing, but he's got elite dev, so makes sense. Makes dollars and cents. I'm going to move one of these right tackles over to left. So let's do that. Just give a little bit more depth there. And then on the edge, we got Goodwin. Elijah King. Chance Breida. See how he does. D tackle is a little thin, but Crawford and Wynn should be able to get the job done. Then at Mike linebacker, we got Mukwamu still. Hopefully he gets a good dev trait, or gets a good skill points. Kaba and Clayton are still here at will linebacker. And we got some nice promising young freshmen. And then at corner, Devin Sanchez, DJ Pickett, Exodus Ayers. That's a big-time cornerback room right there. Jaja Boyd is still here. Very old cornerback room, though. Very old. Oh, Riddle's still here. Jamarly Riddle, they said he was graduating, but he's still here. So the red shirt did work. Sick. I thought that it said it wasn't going to work, but it ended up actually working. That's awesome. I love that. I'm here for that. Those are what we call in the business W's. But we move to the off-season training. Oh, we got something happening here. Kaba upgrades to star dev. Nice. Nice. Training results. We get 35 for Saras, which is going to push him most likely to the starting quarterback room job, but still don't like our quarterback position. Running back, 41 for DeMarco. Yes. Huge. Wide receivers, nothing too big for any of these guys. Chow got 16. 54 for Easley's kind of big. I want to see what these elite dev players got, though. We see some good ones for some of these offensive linemen. Anything big? Nothing for the edge rushers. 35 for Win, but 57 for Heatherly with elite dev is massive. That might put him close to starter. It might even put him as a backup. It'll probably definitely put him as a backup. 34 for Mukwamu. That's pretty solid. Kaba got 35. 40 for Clayton. Okay. Some big ones for the corners. That's going to help us out. Riddle got 32. That's nice. 52 for Dalvin Stockton. That might push him ahead of Johnson. I don't even know. Okay. Not too bad. Not too great, but not too bad with the training, with the skill points and everything. And we will end the episode there, because we're not going to change the conference or anything, and we don't have to cut anybody, so we will end the episode there. If we do end up making a fourth episode, a fourth season, then I will go and do the training and the recruiting and the schedule for everything like that, just to get everything set up for season 4 if I end up doing it. If I don't, then we've won a national championship, we've rebuilt Rutgers, and I kind of like it leaving it like that, because we've built through the portal. It was a different type of rebuild. I wasn't even trying to do it like that. I was trying to do it my normal way, but it just kind of ended up falling in place where we rebuilt through the portal and not necessarily through recruiting. We still got some good high school recruits, but it was mainly the guys like Jaden Baugh and Dorian Fleming and guys of that ilk that helped us win the national championship. So, you know what? If that is the last episode, if this is the last episode, I'm happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more, join the Juice Club. Remember, we are on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so if you want to help be a part of that, hit that subscribe button and join the Juice Club. That would really mean a lot to me. I'd really appreciate it. And that's going to do it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for stopping by. Peace.